Welcome back, everyone. Jerry, if you can check stream audio just to be 100% sure that we got that right. Just to be sure. I did not. Thank you. I can never do anything right. Courtesy of yours truly. Hi. So,
I mean, we're fashionably late.
yeah, we got massive stream delay though, so we have to wait for a moment for Jerry to figure out if the stream is actually working or not. But after that, we can actually
like
begin.
Usual.
Mm-hmm.
Zo langzaam.
Hm?
Waarom gaan ze zo langzaam?
Ja, dat is verkeerd.
So, Jerry, it doesn't work.
Waarom?
Still waiting.
Still waiting. Great,
Still-
lovely.
Still waiting.
Yeah, no, the stream delay is really bad.
Dang, bro.
Just keep waiting.
Had
Just
dat ook
keep
Yoda
waiting.
Yes,
just
it
keep
worked.
Dat ook
waiting.
Yoda ingestuurd.
Oh, daar
Alright,
heeft hij gecheat. Net als die Smash
in that
van
case,
die,
geez, I see myself lagging bollocks.
Me, myself, and I.
That's better. Alright. In that case, so let's bring it in, guys. Last episode, you guys ventured out towards an underground dungeon which was created by a wizard long ago. You ventured in looking for books of interest as well as specifically looking for the wizard's spellbooks, if possible. Eventually, you fought a guardian that it had protecting its laboratory, where Angie almost instantly got murdered. After some trouble with doors, you eventually did make it into the final room, which was sealed off by a heavy adamantine door, but could be lifted very easily by a specific sorts of magic. In this case, you guys used a mage hand. You fought the creator, who was malformed and changed into a horrifying being known as Nothic, as well as fighting its creation, a glob of humanoid flesh and eyes and mouths and arms that kind of dragged itself across the stone floor of the dungeon. Eventually, you guys managed to slay these creatures and recover 2 spellbooks. You traveled back to Outpost Pomoria, where you gave these spellbooks and some other books of interest back to Elkian, who paid you handsomely for this job. Before you eventually heard from Artis, the leader of the Pomoria Guard, that the orcs you had been battling here and there in between your jobs had set up a camp that you could be led to. You would be paid if you would let yourself be brought to this camp and exterminate all, if not some, if not all, of the orcs. You chose to instead first follow up on the final job Elkian had for you, which was the venture into an old temple occupied by the UNT, where you were to recover an item that they worship of great value. After that, you would go back, and it is as of yet a little unclear if you are planning to immediately return with Elkian to Dorelia, to Eleanor, the capital city of Dorelia, or you would stay and try to help out the outpost, by dealing with the orcs. Anyways, you guys all found yourselves to bed later in the evening, and you all wake up the very next morning. If there's any preparations anybody wishes to do before you leave, you have the time now.
Nope, not me.
Thinking about it.
So we
Well,
take
there
a
were
long
some
rest then.
You took a long rest, yes.
Yes, okay, great.
there were some items that needed to be
Identified.
identified.
That is
And
correct.
I happen to have a pearl and the identify spell.
Convenient.
Good.
Wow, how lucky we are.
So, I suggest we do that first.
I agree.
As a group, or sitting in a circle, like, oh, look at me.
At breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
And
why
I'll
not?
start with the crystal orb. Because
Alright, the
that's
crystal
that's
orb.
in my inventory.
Let me check.
Other,
So,
I wrapped
wrote
in
them
my
down.
scarf on the table as well. Because that was magical, if I recall.
The silver feather. You had one, and
Yeah.
Zira had one.
Yep.
Alright.
I'll just identify the entire list that is given to me. So if you don't want to give it, just
I don't think
Why
I
would I
have
give you shit?
anything
Let me check what
Um,
I
still.
I ain't
Well.
giving you.
At the moment, a couple of items of interest that is in the possession of the party is the crystal that that George mentioned, the feather tokens that Zira and Utsil have one. You have the barrel, which is you figured out already. It's pretty much a mini fridge.
Oh yeah.
You got that one horn, the blowing horn, which had a couple of runes on it.
Yeah, the one
Uh,
I had.
The small dice-sized shard that was a little mystical, and if you looked into it, you saw a different world, which also Zira has,
Yeah.
and an amulet taken from the dead cleric, which was in the room with the Nothic and the gibbering mouther,
Which is also in my
which is
possession at the
also
moment.
in her possession.
That's what you get for wearing the backpack.
Don't
So.
you just take all that shit?
That's also true.
The shard you have is made out of a you recognize as out of basalt, which is a type of stone. You go ahead and cast Identify on it, I guess, as a ritual.
yeah.
Right.
So it's gonna take a little.
Yeah. You figure out this this piece of basalt is an Orb of Shielding, which specifically an Orb of Shielding is a polished spherical chunk of crystal or stone aligned to one of the planes of existence. If you're a spellcaster, you can use this orb as a spellcasting focus. Also, if you're holding this orb while you take, in this case specifically, fire damage, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d4. And this is an item that does require attunement. I'll send a screenshot of its stats in the items chat.
So George relays that to everyone, and then
Yeah,
puts
I
it in the
figured.
middle of the table. Whoever figures that's the most, useful. I don't need it, but somebody who can use some magic, not you, meathead. So,
You don't have to call me that. But okay.
I thought it'd be funny. And people
Look at
are
all of us
smiling.
laughing.
That's the orb you have.
All right. Next item.
What's the next thing you do?
Crystal orb, I guess, because
That was the crystal orb, sorry.
Oh, that was the crystal orb.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's made out of basalt, which is a type of stone instead. It's not a crystal, it's stone, but...
Yeah, I thought you said shards. Okay.
You have a shard.
We-
There's a
we
small
also have
shard
to
that Zira has.
I
It's
thought
a-
it was okay.
You got the orb
We'll do
that's
that
about
one
the
next.
size of a tennis ball, and then you have the shard, which is about the size of a d20.
All right. So the orb does the D4 fire thing as reaction.
Yeah, that's the Orb of Shielding.
So who does want who wants to take that?
If anybody.
I mean, right now it doesn't matter if you we don't have any magic items anyway. So
You can also attune to it if you're not a spellcaster, but you won't be able to use it as a spellcasting focus because you can't cast spells.
yeah, but you already having
Usually, most people have a spellcasting focus or a herbalist or just the bag. Shit.
Well, I
Component
can take it if nobody
Sure.
else takes it.
So
then-
it goes to Angie.
Right.
Yeah.
Angie, you get the Orb of Shielding.
Otherwise,
Next,
I
the
take
amulet,
this
I
one.
guess, because that's the most interesting
Aye. The amulet
looking one with the horn.
is... Let me check, I have that written down here. After spending some time, eventually you find out that the amulet you have is... Is it here? Darn, I put it somewhere. Can you not do the amulet first? I'm trying to find it.
Well, you're trying to find it. Sure, if you can tell me what the horn does while you're finding it, then go for it.
Sure.
Can you just send
No,
them in
I
the
can't.
items
Okay.
tab?
Yeah, I will.
Beautiful.
Where the fuck did I leave that?
Don't ask me.
Okay, no, I just didn't. I should have prepared you guys identifying this. I forgot you were gonna do that.
You asked us to do it last
I
week.
know. I had
Oh,
bad
no.
preparation.
Don't
So-
make me come down here and get your shit together.
I mean, I wouldn't. Oh, okay, here we go. I got it. All right. Come on, let me find it. There it is.
Did you have like a map for this?
No, I just need to find it. I did like F3 this.
Did you have it like in D&D Beyond or something?
No, I actually have it in the list of magic items for something else. It's not in here?
All prepared.
Well, guys, it appears my
Yeah.
spell is not working.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah.
There's a long... It gives me 10 minutes, okay? Identify takes 10 minutes to cast.
And it
I have to
doesn't take
identify
10
what the
minutes
fuck
to
this
look
thing
everything
is.
up and make sure we all know what everything means.
You can do it with the power of friendship.
It says
Oh,
info
shit.
notes, but it's not in my phone notes. Oh, wait, yeah, it is.
It- That's awesome. Why is it in your phone notes?
This DM.
Uh,
Oh my god.
I mean, suggestion. You can always like
No,
use
I'm-
D&D Beyond for all
no,
your magic items.
no, I got it. I'll send the screenshot.
News. I'm moving to Denmark to help Lucas get his shit together.
Alright.
Alright, so the
I'm
amulet
excited.
you find is called
Mhm.
the Amulet of the Giving Soul, which does the following.
Mm-hmm.
Items chat.
I like to imagine you're just typing as you go.
Yeah, no, I'm just making this shit up on the fly. No.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
wondrous
how
item that requires attunement by somebody who is able to cast at least one spell that restores hit points. When you cast a spell that restores hit points to a creature other than you gain temporary hit points equal to twice the spell's level. Important note, by the way, the temporary hit points do stack.
Oh.
So if you
Uh,
cast
no,
multiple,
it doesn't.
if you cast
is,
multiple spells, these temporary hit points do stack on top of each other.
So this is the please heal people's item.
I mean,
Basically.
you technically should say that because I don't think, but that's pretty. So that's pretty good for people who heal. Who of you heal?
I heal myself with potions.
I think you do.
I think
I'm
everybody,
putting it on.
everybody except for
Yeah.
Utsil has healing
You are
spells. So
I have nothing.
Yeah, I feel like this one's for me.
Yeah,
Something.
if there's
in the
anything
gut.
else that's not
agree.
related to spellcasters, then wake me up.
I gotta heal more, I guess.
aside from that, the horn.
Which I want to
Yep.
keep after this, by the way. Because I love instruments.
Right. Alright.
Well, you'll know what it does.
This one is not specifically an instrument made for playing music. It is a horn of
Hmm.
silent alarm, which does the following. Let me send a screenshot.
Silently cast alarm.
No. This horn has 4 charges. You can use an action to blow it. One creature of your choice that can hear you when the horns blare, provided the creature is within 600 feet of the horn and is not deafened. No other creature hears this sound coming from the horn. The horn regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn. It's not. This one is not attunement.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So it's like a little, if you want to let somebody know you're in a problem or something, or like a signal, but nobody else hears it.
Okay, so someone
Let-
who gets into a lot of trouble should have this.
Well,
me give
Brianna
And I
wanted
think-
to keep it. And she's probably the only one who can use a thing with a bit of tone.
Well,
That's right.
yeah, fair enough.
Shoving it.
I will only use it if it's really needed for that situation.
Or
Not
if you need
just
to
to
annoy
play,
me.
fun play.
Or
During
if
the
you want
night.
to know George, indeed.
Yeah. Are you okay?
That's
Yeah.
how I would use it, so it's better that you have it.
But there's two more things, right? There's this little stone, and then there's the.
Yeah, there's a
The
small,
feathers.
the small shard of which is made of crystal, and then you have the tokens of the silver feathers. Which one do you want first?
Whichever one you find first.
Well, it still said that he dropped the feather token on the table before, so let's do those first. The feather token is a small silver feather, and when you fall at least 20 feet while the token is on your person, you descend at 60 feet per round and take no form of falling damage. The token's magic is expended when you land, whereupon the disc becomes non-magical. So it's basically a feather fall once.
Oh,
As
that
long as you
sounds
have it
really
on your
useful.
person.
I'll keep that. I ain't got none of your magic things.
Well, you have the
That's
mini
fair.
fridge.
Just like the way it looks.
Well, yeah, I do have that barrel, but
And then
I mean,
finally,
that's just pretty good, I must tell you. You put your beer in there.
that's actually a good point.
We should
Well-
actually do that.
no, there's a head in there right now, so.
Well,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can take it out. Wait, who said that?
And finally, the small shard, which the moment you look in it, you see this swirl of different colored fogs that and flashes of light that give silhouette to very odd shapes of possibly creatures. What you have there is a Far Realm shard, which is an item that requires attunement by a sorcerer. This withering crystal is steeped and warmed in the essence of the Far Realm. As an action, you can attach the shard to a tiny object, such as a weapon or a piece of jewelry, or detach it. It falls off when attunement to it ends. You can use the shard as a spellcasting focus while you hold it or wear it. When you use a meta magic option or a spell while you're holding or wearing the shard, you can use you can cause a slimy tentacle to rip through the fabric of reality and strike one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. The creature must succeed on a charisma saving throw against your spell save DC, or take 3d6 psychic damage and become frightened of you until the start of your next turn.
Well, you know, only a sorcerer can use this. Does any of you know any of that?
No.
And geez.
I'll take that
Um,
one.
Yeah.
So, I assume for those that require attunement, the ones who have it also attune to it.
Yep.
Yep.
Very well. Aside from that, for my own bookkeeping, Angie, how much gold did you have? Because I miscalculated everybody's gold.
Bum, 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 bum. 809.
809. Feral. Hi.
Wait, why only me?
No, because I already asked everybody else.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What,
that
did we
case-
already
Yeah.
did those extra coins we made?
No, you still have 308 gold and
Yes.
84 silver to divvy up.
Yes.
Or we can just put it in the party funds.
We have that.
No.
Don't.
Well, now we
We
do.
We could.
That's true. Those.
I think that's a great idea.
Hey, that money goes into
So-
the party funds.
Let's establish what do we use the party funds for. You know.
Well,
Nice.
you know how this is being paid for by Elkian where we stay now?
Oh, so you mean
Mhm.
for inns and sleeping
Yeah,
places?
we can use it for that.
All right,
Food.
that's fair.
For drinks and food. How about that?
Also possible? We could also use it for, you know.
What? No, we don't
Um,
use it for that kind of stuff. That's nasty.
What?
We are thinking of George.
Well,
Need to get your mind out of the gutter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The petting zoo!
No.
If you know what I mean.
Not help.
Cherry knows what you mean. Zira
Hmm.
doesn't. She's innocent small bean.
But I like the idea for like using it for sleeping places and whatnot.
Maybe a healing potion.
Well, it's a bit expensive.
Yeah, it depends how much we have. But yeah,
Maybe we could pay our
Happens.
healing potions ourselves. I think that's the best. Because
Well, you have me. You don't need any healing potions from me around.
I put the money in the party funds now, so if anyone disagrees with it, you have to fight me.
Nobody wants to fight you.
no, we're gonna keep it. Are you gonna keep it?
Oh, well,
as long as you keep it safe,
I
then
keep
it's
it
fine.
safe in the backpack, but it's for all of us.
Yeah. So if you're gonna spend anything, Zera, do tell us.
Well, if I'm gonna spend anything, I am gonna use my own money.
Yeah, but I mean from the party fund then.
Well, then of course I'm gonna tell you guys. Because I
Then
need
it's
your
fine.
permission to spend it!
Inside check.
No!
Make an insight check. Zira, go ahead and make a either an insight or deception or a persuasion or deception check, your choice.
That's true. I still have to check in the room.
Oh, same.
So
Same.
let's see, what's yes, of course, that's just a straight. Oh, I rolled an 18.
20.
So was that deception or persuasion?
Persuasion, because of course I'm not gonna spend
And
it.
in that
No.
case, you with a 20 insight, you do see through it. Then yeah, she's being honest. And however the
Alright.
kobold can be honest.
Well, never doubt. Just wanted to check if you understood it.
I'm just a little bit offended right now. And
Just a
I
little bit.
scribbled something on a list that I turn away and scribble so you can see me see what I scribble.
We obviously see that you scribble something.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can't read what I scribble. That's the thing.
Can I try to read to see what she scribbles?
Make a perception check. Zira, make a
Wow.
sleight of hand check.
Oh yeah. Nope. Yeah.
Dang.
Oh well, that's a 2.
You can roll a 1. Oh.
No, I didn't. The 11.
Zero, what
It's
did you
just
write?
my list of favorite people. And I moved George.
Where did you move George?
I won't say out loud so because George can't hear.
Sure, then message it to
Yeah, just
to Rick. So he
DM me.
knows. Rick would know. Now where George is on Zira's people list. But the day is yours, items now identified and distributed, and attuned to where need be.
I feel like we're all ready to. Well, except for some healing potions. I think
So,
we'll,
we were going to the temple, but you know,
Eat me.
Are you gonna chicken out?
no, I thought it'd be funny if we got.
Oh, we could go for the orcs.
Then
Still,
you should do that. Be right in front of the temple, not just now.
No, it's fine. If,
No,
I mean,
we're
if
gonna
you
do
want to
it-
go
go
check
to
the
the-
orcs, you can go ahead and check the orcs. I have that prepared as well. But I expect you guys to go there.
What do we want to do first? Do we want to check out on the orcs, or do we want to check out the temple?
we decided on that.
The
last-
temple.
I don't want to have this same discussion again.
Like the orcs.
I'm not even sure if we were going to do the temple thing, really. I mean, the orc thing. The orc thing.
We might.
Maybe.
I'm sure they can handle 6 orcs.
You'd think so.
I'd
You'd
think-
hope.
I'd like to believe.
We have you. Come on, George. We have you. Everything will be alright.
I feel a bit of sarcasm is in that tone of yours.
Slight amount.
I'm not that oblivious.
There. That's the list you see.
Oh, okay.
I just
I kind of want to know though.
glance over, just look at it, and then just look back to the rest. I won't say anything.
Okay.
I ain't no snitch.
So, you guys are done with breakfast. Where do you plan on heading? If anywhere. I thought, Utsil, did you want to buy healing potions still?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I wanted
To the
grab
toilet.
it.
You can go there as well, if need be. It's important. Utsil, what did you want to... How much of what did you want to get?
I will just get just a bigger healing potion and 2 smaller ones.
So, 1 normal healing potion and 2 lesser.
That's 90, right?
Yes, that's a total of 90.
Yeah.
And then you have 1 normal healing potion and 2 lesser.
I don't know. Did I still have any? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't.
That should be in your inventory. And if you don't have them in your inventory, they fell out of your backpack.
I think I used them already. Yeah, no, I used them already, definitely.
I don't
Probably
have a
with the
potion,
fight
but
of
I still have
the-
a healer's kit.
The fight of the beholder was kind of a problem, so you probably used them. Anybody else want to buy any healing or otherwise spell slot potions?
No.
Healing was 2d4
buy one-
plus 2.
For the normal healing potion, yeah,
For the lesser was 1d4 plus 1.
exactly.
They only have spell gaining or spell healing potions. I don't know what they're called.
Mana potions.
Mana potions. That's the name. I forgot it. For spell slot 1, or are they also?
No, they
for
have
spell
them
slot
for
2?
spell slot 1 until 5.
Okay.
Okay, 5.
Yeah, you can get a 5th level spell
Yeah,
slot.
high or not.
But if you drink it while you don't have 5th level spell slot, you don't get any.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
a way-
I understand.
That would be a waste, yeah. But you can buy it now, so you can keep it for in the future, I guess.
I want to buy one second level spell slot mana
A
potion.
2nd level spell slot mana potion is 100 gold.
100. Holy fuck!
Yes, it's 100 gold, but you get an additional 2nd level spell slot that you can get whenever you need it to.
It's kind of like a little a consumable pearl of power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make my own potion.
That will take a hot second,
Good
and you will
luck.
have to buy the materials for it.
I just need an empty thingy, and
Oh,
I have
yeah.
like
Oh,
many
right.
empty vials.
You're gonna use your alchemist ability.
Yes.
You can do that. You have to roll for it, right?
Yes.
you get.
Let's see what we're gonna get.
Gonna be interesting.
It's a 1d6, and she gets a random potion, one of which is a healing potion.
And we have a potion of swiftness.
Well, there you go.
It's something.
That's pretty swifty.
But Bree,
Well, the,
did you,
Swift.
do you want to buy the
let's go
2nd
for
level?
it. Let's go for it.
Very well. You have 1 2nd
We'll
level
make enough money in the future.
mana potions. They are kind of
Yeah,
running
that's
out of mana potions, by the way. They only have 1 left for like all the levels.
Okay.
Oh, get me a
Yeah.
9th level one.
It goes
They
up to
Oh,
goes up to 5th level, bro.
I wasn't there.
I
I
just
got out
jump
of the
up
toilet.
and grab his brains and be like, "Are you even paying attention?"
I just got out of the toilet.
He just keeps walking out of the bathroom. But very well. Any other preparation? Somebody else wants to buy anything before you leave?
No, that's it.
Nope.
Very well.
Thank your strange voice from the sky.
You're welcome.
Whoa, whoa.
You
What
all
was that?
make your way out of the tavern, and as you're walking through the town, you're heading towards the exit of the south gate. You hear some heavy thumping the moment you leave from the tavern. You turn to your right to walk around the building before heading to the south gate. But you all hear a familiar voice coming out to you, going, "You, sorry, moment." And you'll turn around for a moment, and there you see standing, kind of running into the into the outpost from the western gate, Trickery, the
the
tabaxi,
tabaxi.
who kind of
Nice.
sighs for a moment. He stays on his distance from Zira and goes, I hoped I would get you here. I managed to, thanks to your discretion, capture the creature I was hunting, but at the same time I found the individual you were asking about, the purple-skinned individual that had escaped something. I saw him running westward towards the road. I haven't followed him too far, but he seemed to be heading somewhere. Possibly to one of the other cities, but was running in a western direction. Possibly you could find him there or pick up a trail.
What's west on the map?
West on the map is Durelia, just the rest of the country. You're all the way
Okay.
at the east, or you're all the sorry. You're all the way on the west side. He was running eastward into the country.
Okay.
And if
Okay.
he continues running, he will eventually get into Mornadale, but that's like a couple days travel.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that's good, because that's not the direction we're going. So,
I just wanted to know
Thank
you.
you very
Good
much.
that I managed to catch you before you left.
Yeah.
Good day.
thanks for the last... Was
You're
that
welcome.
night?
I want to pet him.
He
No,
walks
No,
away.
Zira, come on.
you're one to call someone a pet, Zilla.
I want to pet him. You mean see like this, and I stroke his beard.
Yeah, don't do that.
Still
He doesn't
afraid
like
at the
that.
bottom.
Some people don't really like that.
I
Sira.
know.
Anyway, shall we head onwards? At least we won't head into. We won't run into that creature anytime soon.
Well, so you're the one who's leading the way.
Yeah. I'll get out the map.
Get out the map. You start following it in the southward direction where the temple was. I would like to know your marching order.
Well, I'm gonna be first, most likely.
I'll go second, I guess. Yeah, it's confident enough for now.
Actually, do you want to be in the middle?
Probably.
Very well. So-
Even here.
I
think
don't really
Angie-
know what she wants. She's bit frozen.
Yeah.
That's a big sad. So we
I
have
think she
Utsil
will
up
fall
front.
out again.
Utsil
Middle
up
is
front.
good.
Then we have George, Angie, I guess Zira and then Bree, or Bree and then Zira.
Depends. Am I sitting on your shoulders?
It's okay.
Okay, then Bree and then Zira. Alright. I would like for one of you to roll a d10 for me, please.
Who's gonna do it?
I'll do it.
On my way. Oh.
Okay.
Alright. Wish me luck. That's a 2.
Ooh.
A 2. But we don't
Okay.
know what that means.
I hope we're lucky.
I would like for you to roll a d4.
Number 3.
Number 3. Very well. Right. So, is Angie saying
Angie is
anything to
having
group up?
problems again.
Ah. Yeah, no, that's, we figured.
We noticed.
And she also said it in the chat. And there she goes.
There she goes.
There she blows.
Okay.
Off
She's
she
a
go.
man leader.
and
Oh, here she goes.
yeah, we should
Walking
See,
through the rainbow
we should
time.
wait for a moment to see if she
here she goes.
returns. Otherwise, you guys' cameras are all fucked up right now. I assume her internet just went out.
Yeah, probably.
Well, we can
It
skip
does
Why
that.
is she at her
sometimes.
boyfriend's house though? Because at her
I don't know.
boyfriend's house, it's always perfect.
I'm pretty sure because she has to work on Sunday or something. She had to be home.
She just has to live with him.
Yes.
Anyway, as you guys are traveling through the forest, Utsil up front, kind of carving away some of the vines and other foliage that is obstructing your way. Utsil, you cut away a larger leaf that kind of just falls over and reveals a smaller open area in front of you, where not too far off to your right, running out of the forest, comes a four-legged feline. You see a tiger running out of the forest, kind of looking back for a moment. You see its side of its body is heavy, covered in blood. You see a couple of arrows and a javelin sticking out of it. And as it kind of runs off, it kind of hits the middle of the open area before a secondary arrow just flies from the forest, hits it square in the chest, and the whole tiger just slams to the ground, kind of rolls over for a moment before coming to a stop. And there's just a moment of silence there. What would you like to do?
Halt everyone, and then that plays out in front of us.
Yeah.
What's that trinkery?
I think there's someone there. I don't know. Do you see a dog? He had some kind of animal with him, right?
You do not see a dog.
Can I see if I notice any?
Sure, go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I help?
Yes, you can.
Or roll for myself, I don't know.
Do you guide
Whatever
anybody?
you prefer.
I'll roll for myself. What do you do?
What do you guys
I'm
get?
still looking at the tiger. I'm just like,
Tiger.
tiger.
What did you guys get?
22.
22?
13.
13, very well. Utsil, you're kind of looking at the tiger, making sure both of you kind of look out. And you see in the tree line, like kind of scouting over the larger open area, the upper body of a lizard folk that is kind of just looking around for a moment before emerging from it slightly. He does kind of, the moment he kind of steps out completely, he does notice you and he kind of freezes for a moment, kind of waiting what your
We
reaction
can
is.
see ya!
Well, now you can hear us too.
Go
The mo-
on then!
The moment you call out for it, it kind of like gets into movement again and grabs the tiger and starts dragging it into the forest. Like a little hesitant and keeping an eye on what you guys are doing.
George just sort of like steps casually into the opening and starts walking towards them. Hello there, friend!
The moment you do that, he
George,
kind of like
George,
drops it
George.
and grabs more to the weapon. Doesn't aim it yet, but kind of like,
I just
George.
scream in Draconic, don't mind my idiot friend! Just go with your tiger, we have no interest!
Was she speaking in tongues?
George, let the folk be.
Zira, you
Yep.
hear going back in Draconic, I don't wish any trouble.
What?
We need her! Just go, we have other things to do. Go with your bounty, or what, your tiger. Just enjoy it.
Thank you.
Oh, ask him if he knows anything about the temple.
He kind of steps back. He takes some extra time to kind of get a good grip on the tiger and a little bit more comfort.
Well, anyway, let's.
So you're not gonna ask him?
Oh.
The
You
lizard.
don't, if you don't ask him, he's just gonna walk away.
I won't.
He just kind of
We-
grabs the.
We already caused
oh,
him enough trouble.
What do you
He
mean?
grabs the tiger, drags it over one's shoulder as he kind of re-enters the woods.
Anyway, let's continue going on.
Maybe the men know anything, had any knowledge of the temple we could have asked.
I
Look.
mean,
We gave him a fright already. I didn't want to bother him.
shouting out to folk in the jungle is not the most common thing you do.
Well, what is common in the jungle? Except getting killed.
Mostly just live and let live. Oh, well, get hunted. Anyway,
Or get hunted.
let's get going.
As you guys pass up the lizard folk, you eventually continue on It's quite a ways. This temple is further than any other buildings were. But eventually, you do successfully arrive at a clearing where you see a rather small ziggurat, which is the Mayan Temple, basically. You see a large entryway where there seems to be just an arch that goes into darkness. But standing beside the arch on one side is a statue about 15 feet tall of a humanoid with a snake-like head. Kind of just has its arms like at its sides in a kind of like static pose. It's a rather intimidating sight, but aside from that, you don't see a whole lot just around on the temple.
Can we hear anything?
Make a perception check.
I will. Anyone gonna add anything or?
Nope.
I'm not that
I mean,
perceptive.
I want to help.
Okay, you get advantage or
Now
and
our
you can roll
cleric is
yourself.
just do it yourself.
Just
Take
taking in the
advantage.
scene.
Go for it with advantage, Utsil.
Natural 20.
For a total of
24.
24. Very well. You listen, and you hear the ever so slight sound of splashing water, which is odd because there's no river or ponds nearby, but you hear water just as in something kind of like dropped in water. That's all you hear. That's the only thing you notice about here. Looking around on its own, the entry of the temple seems to be rather empty. There's nothing here, no other structures or individuals, no creatures lurking about.
It
Is there
sure
any-
sounds like something is here.
What could it be?
I don't know. I heard a splashing sound. I don't see
Same
any
sounds.
evidence.
That's weird. Maybe underground
Possibly.
or
Maybe
under the
But
temple.
how would we hear that here?
Well,
If it's underground.
it's just faint. Do I know where it's from, by the way?
It seemed to be coming from in front of you, where the ziggurat is, where the temple is,
So inside the temple.
possibly.
Is there any
Maybe-
obvious...
The fact that you rolled a natural 20 kind of gives you the fact that you heard it at all.
Maybe it is
But from that direction.
the best option to move carefully towards it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
check
I'm not
the
good at
traps
that.
before we all fall into a river or something.
We can at least try.
Okay.
George, you wanted to ask something?
Is there any obvious, like, iconic, like...
Iconography?
Yeah. That.
The archway itself has a lot of serpentine icons on it. The arch itself is actually carved from stone, but it's two serpents kind of twisting in on on themselves before getting into like a set base. Aside from that, you have the large statue itself. There is a lot of iconography, but if you want to know exactly what god it is, I would need you to roll a religion check.
It's stonework, isn't it?
It is stonework, yes. This.
Would the dwarfish bonus help on that? Because
Your stone cunning, I would say, yeah, your stone cunning would give you advantage on that
Oh.
religion check if you wish to make it.
oh no
Uh,
wait,
Can I also make it?
no,
I'm
no.
proficient.
no, never mind. It's when making int history checks related to origin of stonework. Never mind.
I'll allow you to get advantage on it because it's made out of carvings.
Then I will try.
Maybe by the society that carved it or somehow.
Then I will try.
Go for it.
17.
17. You're not too familiar with the gods. The UNT keep very much to themselves deep within the old woods. You don't know exactly what the name is of the god because it's not your level of expertise. You do know this is recognizable as this is the god that the UNT generally worship, which has a lot of darker themes to its worship that many of the modern religions do not have, meaning mostly this religion still uses a lot of human sacrifice and such things that it would in generally not be accepted in normal society.
Yeah.
So it's a darker deity.
Well,
And this seems to be a temple to that.
this is most definitely the temple.
Yeah,
And-
Cool,
something
let's
tells
go
me-
in.
Oh yeah, well something tells me there's gonna be snakes. Not sure why, but
A lot
something.
of them.
Can I
Snakes.
check on traps?
It's
before we
always
go in?
snakes.
Sure, not rogue. Go ahead and check for traps. Make an investigation check.
No, she goes.
Daar
Ik-
she goes.
One moment, please.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You guys are so lucky that this not rogue is doing that stuff.
Fuck
All the
off.
checks I'm proficient in, I never make.
What was it?
Investigation check.
Mm. Okay.
Shall I help?
Do you
Shall
guys
I
wanna
help?
Or so.
I'm
no.
gonna roll now.
go for it?
I was looking at the stonework, so it
That's
doesn't make sense.
7.
7. There doesn't seem to be any. There don't seem to be any traps ahead of you.
I think it's safe to enter.
We still have to.
And I walk.
We still have to be quiet. We still
Zora
have to
walks out into
possible-
the open field.
I'd like to walk
I want to follow quietly.
behind Zira.
Same.
Okay,
Yeah,
everybody
I'm-
who wishes can make a stealth check.
Yes.
Zira,
let's
are you
go.
making a stealth check?
No.
Very well.
Well,
I'm
that
acting
case-
very confidently. I'm very happy.
George will sort of jog behind Zira, so I also will not be stealth.
Yeah, if George is also walking not stealthily, I'll just follow them.
Okay. For those
Otherwise
who
you'll-
did,
you'll get smacked into oblivion.
for those who did attempt to go stealthily, sadly enough, your attempt is thwarted by your comrades.
You see
Zira,
me
Rolled
attempting
really
to go
great.
stealthily and just see them walk by. Just, oh fuck.
Zira,
Zira, wait!
you get rather close to the entrance. You get closer than the rest of your party does because you're the first to leave. The moment you get
Oh
close
god.
to
Here we go.
to the entrance of this place,
The display.
Do we need to roll for initiative?
not yet.
Not yet.
You said yet. Oh dear.
What they have
Chill. We fight every session. We can handle this.
Yeah, but why though?
You kind of get close to the entrance and you're about to enter before you hear the faint grinding of stone. You hear heavy. As you notice, the statue to the side of the entrance of the cigarette slowly starts to move. You see it kind of get up from its moving stance. You see some dust and small rocks fall off the side. Some moss kind of slides off on one side. You see the eyes kind of
mid-step.
the eyes kind of flare in this faint red as
What did I tell you?
as a voice rings out in a language that I don't think anybody speaks. Common Dwarvish, Draconic, Common Halfling, Elvish, Common Draconic. No, nobody
say?
speaks. But it sounds very dark, almost like black speech, just going like. It kind of just rings out
Like,
over the entire
Annika.
field.
Get that in there.
Infernal, I think.
Those let's see, those who are proficient in more than in 3 or more languages can roll a intelligence check if they want.
Oh
Yes.
shit.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, does common
Intelligent.
count?
Yeah, common does count.
And what do we have to roll?
Intelligence.
That sucks for me.
Just straight
It's a
intelligence.
-1. But it's a 7. Yeah.
And that's a 21 for me.
Nice.
21? Okay.
13.
That actually makes sense. Zira, you recognize the language, though you do not know what it says because you don't speak it. You recognize the language as being abyssal.
I have
Oh.
a 15.
Ah.
Oh, I'm very
Human
good at
languages.
Abyssal.
I have a 15, by the way.
15?
Ventra.
You would not recognize it with a 15. No.
Return! Return of the
Of the big
himbo.
cow.
Return
How
of
big
the
is the
himbo.
statue?
About
Is
15
it
feet.
about...
Let me get it. Or get the name for it. Where is it? Where did I put it? Ah, there it is.
I'm very good at the language of Abyssal in a past life of mine.
There you go.
Not sure if that counts, but yeah, go off.
So, as the statue comes alive, and Zira, you kind of freeze for a moment. I would like for everybody
Mid-step.
to roll for initiative.
Ah.
Yeah, of course.
I assume I will roll amazing like I do every time I roll. Holy frick!
Yeah, you roll amazing this time.
No, I object. I have to roll terribly at initiative.
Sure, go for it. Roll again.
Next.
What?
I closed the tab. You know what tab I opened? Harry Potter and the Little Prince.
Oh god, no.
Because we're right below the one.
Ah, yes, the Little Prince.
Got
Also
reminded
known
of
as
that.
the Lord of Death.
What? Wait, what did I miss? Jeez.
Oh, I need to read that again. It was terrible.
I'm one speedy Gonzalez.
Oh, you left way before the rest did.
That's true.
So,
But George was jogging after me. I was just walking.
He's a small dwarf.
small dwarf,
Oh,
small
right
legs. You actually have
I'm
more
tired
movement than
too.
me.
He's also a little chubby.
I never joke.
No, I know.
That tracks.
You should. It's good for you.
Alright. So, I would like to know 25 to 20.
No.
20 to 15.
19.
17.
No.
And write me down.
15 to 10.
10.
14 for Utsu. 10 for Bree. Angie, what'd you get?
Or
Angie, what is your dexterity?
Jesus. Oh my
That's
god.
less than the
It-
modifier that
wait.
lock it at.
He has
Yeah.
a -1. So
4.
I think
Angie's first.
Oh.
She is
Angie
a
has
+1.
an 8 or a 9 at dexterity.
Dexterity score is. Let me see.
Well,
Jesus is high.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12. I'm so slow today. I'm so sorry.
Well,
Alright.
oh, that's
In that case, as the statue just comes alive and speaks the abyssal, Zira, it is your turn to do whatever you wish. You're kind of walking slowly into the temple there. The opening is right in front of you, and the statue is just to your left that just come awake. Your party members are still crossing the field behind you.
well, there are 2 logical things to do. Attack and run back to my party. Or attack and run inside. Or just run inside.
Oh, you got a lot of options.
Yeah. I'll immediately see George disapproving of what I'm thinking of. So, yeah.
What are you doing?
I gotta check. Okay, I still 2 shots left in my acid blaster,
Mm-hmm.
and
The ass blaster.
yeah, my acid blaster. But I also have this amazing spell. But I want to use. Nah, I'm just gonna go for I'm just gonna go for my my acid splash.
Go for
No,
it.
acid spray. That's what it's called. Because then I get to make an attack roll. Let's see what's there. I forgot it was. Yeah. That's a +6 if I'm correct. Well, that's an 8. That's a terrible roll.
8.
Yeah.
8 does not hit.
Who would have thought?
You fire it, and the splash just hits the side of the cigarette. No effect.
Well, shall I go inside? I probably will.
We have a death wish.
Definitely.
You run inside?
Yes.
Aye, you run. How far do you want to run inside?
How far are you?
How far do you run inside?
Like when I'm inside, and I'll turn. I can't see it on the camera here, but I turn right.
Because there's a hallway on the inside.
There's
For
a
a while.
hallway. Then I just run inside as far as I can.
Right, you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet inside. You're still within a hallway. But very well. After Zira and George, it is your turn. Kind of jogging across the field, you see this statue come alive. Zira misses a shot of acid that splashes against the wall, and after the moment you look back at her, she is running into the darkness.
Yep, I'm definitely gonna help her from over here. And take a step back, sort of get next to, make a little line with it. So drop down the anvil, you know, get the spark up. And, he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Very
I
well.
do. What?
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Itzel.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
I know, but I did it just
14.
14, that, yeah. With the -1, he do be doing that. He did succeed, so nothing happens.
Right.
You know,
The sacred
man
flame just
said.
burst to the side. Sadly enough, no effects.
We'll leave it at that. Yep.
Aye, very well. After that, Utsil, it is your turn.
Ah, great. We do have a kind of good line, but I kind of want to move up closer to him.
Aye.
Go for it.
You want to move up to it?
Yeah, I want to move up as close as I can.
So
not
5,
burning.
10, 15, 20, 25. You can get right over there.
Can I rage?
Sure, bonus action to rage.
And if he moves within my space, I want to attack him, so I want to hold action.
Okay, you hold your action
with
to
my
attack. Very well. Alright, so as you stand there, ready, the statue now fully moved. Bree, it is your turn.
Yeah.
You're standing way back here. You can't even see you're right over there. What do you want to do?
It's far away. What I want to do actually is cast a spell, and to do the spell I want to move at the board, it's to the right, but at the camera, it's walking to the left. And I want to walk, I think, 20 feet. It's more to get more close, but to get the monster to move past Utsil so he can attack him.
Okay, so you go 5, 10, 15,
Oh,
20.
that's the other way.
Other way.
Exactly the other way.
5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20.
Yes.
Very well.
I want to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Very well. That is
So
a
he has
wisdom
to
saving
make-
throw.
Yes.
That is a 19.
Damn! Your
Why
rolls
are you
on
rolling that
point.
high?
Natural 19. There's no bonuses. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's crap.
I
But
tell
you
you,
take
this
half as much
this
damage.
wolf room is rigged.
Yes. You take damage, the half of 3d6 psychic damage. So I will roll for that, and
Aye.
you don't have to move away.
You realize that your spell has no effect. It is immune to psychic damage.
Oh, that's crap.
It's stone.
Okay.
It's just a big rock.
That's stupid. Okay. Then I want to, as a bonus action, I want to swap my loot for my rapier.
Very well.
That's all I want to do for my turn.
Very well. After that, Angie, it is your turn.
I want to try the fireball.
Ball?
Bolt. I mean,
Alright,
bolt.
go ahead and make an attack roll.
You scared me
Fire
for
bolt.
there.
wait. Everything is slow. Wait a minute. A 9.
9 does not hit. You fire the small bolt of fire and it just flies past, hitting the wall behind it. No effect.
That's it.
I just like to imagine his like AC is 10.
For the record, yeah, Zira missed with an 8. Then George, he
Oh,
made the
God.
saving throw. Then Utsil didn't attack it. Then Bree cast a spell in which it's immune. And then Angie missed with a 9. Not a great first round.
It
Yeah.
might very well be just a 10 AC.
Might as well just didn't have this round.
Well,
This
that's
round
not
didn't
completely.
happen.
Surprise round.
That's not completely true because you see the large statue slap its hands together before moving them forward, and I would like for George, Bree, just George and Bree, I'm afraid, 'cause that's they're 25 feet away from each other. Yeah, just George and Bree to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom.
Yachts. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a cool 20 for me. Whoa. Yeah, that's a
21.
fail for me. I have an
Uh,
8.
21 from George. That's a success. Nothing happens to you. Bree, you rolled a what? 8?
An 8, yeah.
Fair. You are currently slowed.
Slowed? Why?
On a failed save, a target can't use reactions, its speed is halved, and it can't make more than one attack on its turn. In addition, the target can take either an action or a bonus action on its turn, but not both. These effects last for 1 minute, and you can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn, ending it on a success.
Well, that's pretty fucked up, but okay.
You rolled an 8.
Yeah.
Alright. After
Yeah, but I can't do that much thing about it. It's that stupid rules room.
after the creature, Zira, it is your turn. You're about 25 feet into the tunnel.
And he didn't move.
And he didn't move.
Well, I'll just turn around, you
Oh,
know,
shit, I just...
take
oh.
a few steps back to the entrance because I hoped he would follow me.
How many steps?
Like 15 feet.
15 feet. 5, 10, 15 feet. Let's see if I can
Guess-
have you appear on the battle map.
There.
There we go.
I'm there again. And I'll keep the S gun ready for when he
moves into sight.
Very well, so you hold your action.
Yes.
Very well, after that, George, it is your turn.
All right. So, because we're doing pretty awesome, I'm gonna cast a bless,
Alright, you cast Bless.
and I can choose 3 people. So,
And I should cast it at 2nd level.
no, I don't. So I will. Utsil, you'll get it.
Oh shit.
Angie, you'll get it because you both use your stuff, and I can't give it to Zera because you're too far away for sure. So, Brienne.
Alright, so everybody but yourself that is within range.
Yeah.
Very well. Everybody's blessed, except for Zira and George. Anything else?
I like to move like a little bit towards your. I think it's your left.
Okay.
Yeah.
This direction.
Yep.
How far?
20 feet,
5, 10,
just in a
15,
line,
20 feet. There you go.
and that's it.
Alright, very well. After George, Utsil, it is your turn. You now blessed, raging about 5 feet away from the massive stone giant there.
Well, I'll move a little forward and try to hit him.
Nice, so you close the
him.
distance.
Try to smack him twice.
Go for it, make your attack rolls.
First one is a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
Figure.
Did you add the D4?
Oh, no, wait, I didn't.
Add a d4.
Well, you got to do that.
So
If you
16
get
to
blessed, use the
16
bless.
does hit.
Use the blessing.
See, the bless
the
made the
master
difference.
There you go.
And the master dwarf.
Let's see, for 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage, very well. As you hit it with your fist, you notice you smack your fist against stone. It's not as effective as you'd hope it to be.
Oh, there's a knuckle duster in between.
Okay,
So
well,
it's not just
it's
a
not as
wall.
effective as you would hope it to be still.
Still, it's the only thing that has hit, so
Very well, that
I'll
is
do
true.
it again.
Alright, go for it.
It was 17, 20 to hit
20 also hits.
for 5 points of damage.
Another 5 points of damage, which, sadly enough, don't seem to impact stone as hard as flesh.
Figures. That's my
Right.
turn.
After the end of Utsil's turn, Utsil runs up to smacks it twice in the leg. Bree, it is your turn. You are slowed.
Yes.
You can take either an action or a bonus action, and your speed is halved.
Yeah. So first I want to take my action,
Okay.
and it's pretty fucked up. I swapped my loot for my rapier
Okay.
because I want to cast a spell, but can I?
You can
I can't,
you can
right?
only take an action or a bonus action, not both.
Yeah. But I am already a halfling, so if I want to move, I can only move 10 feet right now.
That is
right?
correct.
This is so fucked up.
Yep.
Slowpoke.
Bah!
Don't bully her. That's just mean.
That's basically what Bree currently looks like.
Yay! So what Bree does is swap her loot again for her.
Yeah, so you keep holding the
On
rapier.
the back. Yeah,
Oh wait, you swap. Okay.
take my loot back.
Okay, so you swap to your arcane focus, and now you're.
Yeah.
You want to move?
Yeah, I want to move. I want to get closer to this guy because I hate him.
5,
And
10
I want
feet.
to take again my my saving throw. Because now I can add a d4.
Yep.
Right, go ahead and make the saving throw.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Come on,
This Cherry's
think-
bardic inspiration to you.
it's a 16.
16 is a success. You are no longer slowed.
Yeah!
But that did basically make you waste one of your turns, sadly.
Yeah. But well, it was fun for a moment.
Alright.
Okay.
After that, Angie, it is your turn. What do you want to do? You're still way in the back over here. That's where you are. There.
I want to cast my firebolt.
Hey, another firebolt.
You do get
Go for it, make an
a
attack roll.
D4.
And don't forget the D4.
No, thank you.
That's
How much?
25.
25 hits.
And then it does 1d10 damage. Two.
do I have yeah,
2
I
points
do
of
have
fire
my
damage.
extra
Very
here.
well. So, as Bree slowly switches back her rapier to her lute, Angie from a distance just hurls a firebolt, which manages to hit the golem right in the face. It leaves a bit of a scorch mark, and one of the eyes kind of flickers for a moment before it gets back open. But that hit.
Damage I wanted to do.
Sorry?
Do the damage I wanted
Yes,
to do.
fire damage seems to do what you expect it to.
A noise.
Oh shit.
What else do you want to do?
That's it.
That's it. Very well. After Angie, it's the golem's turn. Which may, let's see, /hashtag d6 3. No, it does not. Very well. In that case, it kind of just the whole head, after being punched in the leg twice, the whole head just kind of moves downward, looking at the dwarf. That's about knee height compared to it. Before it
Come on,
kind of
man.
gets these massive fists ready, and he's going to attempt to slam you twice.
Come on, man.
First attack, 16 to hit.
That's just it.
You suffer 7 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 3. The second attack, 15 to hit.
Also just hits.
This time you suffer 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Total, 11 half to 5. As both fists kind of just slam into you on the ground. But that is its turn. Zira, top of the round, and it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, he just doesn't want to move, does he?
Well, there's a dwarf standing in front of it. He has to kill that first.
That's fair. I will slowly, tiptoe just around the corner. And acid spray him.
Alright, go for it. Make your attack roll.
No, acid spray, he needs to make a saving throw.
That's acid splash, but okay.
Acid splash. Oh, I keep doing that.
And something I just now realized not too long ago. That is a 19.
Wow. That just makes it.
Fair. In that case, the acid splashes on the ground. He just kind of steps up with one of its feet, and seemingly no effect by the acid. Anything else?
No, let's take one step back.
And you take a step back. Very well. After Zira, George, it is your turn. You see Zira fire a bit of acid that kind of splashing the ground. The golem kind of lifts one of its feet, no effect, as it's still fighting Utsil in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, it still looks pretty good, right? I mean,
It
considering
still looks
we haven't
pretty
done
okay,
too
yeah.
much.
It's been punched twice and hit with
Alright.
one firebolt.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been ineffective.
Sort of walking the same direction, so to left for you, but going a little closer-ish, like a circle. Yeah, that. Not only will he like drop down his anvil and create a larger version of his smithing's hammer casting spiritual weapon.
Very well, spiritual weapon.
Which will make or attempt to make an attack. Let's say.
I don't have a hammer, but I do have a morning star.
With a 21.
21 hits.
Dash noise.
This was a loud ting. The hammer appears in flames for a moment before smacking into the golem. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Ooh, 11 points of force damage.
11 points of force damage. Very well. That seems to be very effective as it just hits one of the stone. It kind of cracks and some dust and shards just spray out from its side. That hurt?
That's great. For the remainder of my action, I'll just use my old Sacred Flame and try to get him.
That is a 3
We'll see if-
on its saving
No.
throw. This
So he
time
does
getting
take-
hit by the hammer, not being able to jump out of the way. The flame bursts out from under it.
So he does take his 2 points of radiant damage.
Whoa.
Yeah, got him.
Oh.
So the radiant flame kind of scorched its body on the outside. It seems to be hurt. Okay. After George, Utsil, it is your turn. You've just been punched twice by this creature before George released a barrage of attacks on it.
Oh, you really don't know. I'll try to hit it twice again. The first is in, well, I'll add a D4
Just in
so
case.
don't forget. 22 to hit
22 hits.
for 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. 11 hits. No, 11. No, that's not. That doesn't hit. But 11 points of damage. Very well. Doesn't deal as much damage as you hoped it would, but it deals damage nonetheless.
Then the second swipe with a D4,
D4.
is 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Oh.
Second just hits the leg. No effect. Kind of hurts for a moment. The 15
I'm a
seems to have no
punchy
effect on it.
Well, yep.
After Utsil punched it twice. Yes?
No, wait, no. There's acid
Acid.
person. I will stay there.
Very well. After that, Bree, it is your turn. What do you want to do? No longer slowed.
Yeah. Because I'm no longer slowed, I think I speak slow, and I want to say shortly to everyone, cover your ears! And I think, cover! And then I notice, oh, I can say, your ears!
And she goes,
Faster.
cover
Because
your
I want
ears.
to cast Shatter. Yes,
Shatter,
because I
very
want to cast Shatter. Yes.
You can easily do that on one target with nothing behind it. That's a Constitution saving throw, yes?
Yes, that's true.
That is a 25.
Why are you rolling that high? That's
Hey,
not
just
okay.
You should be happy this is on a saving throw, not on an attack roll. Because that natural 20 could have fucked someone up.
Yep.
That's
You
fair.
take half as much damage on thunder damage. I hope that does something.
We'll see. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. Because last time you told me no, not to roll. 3d8, it's 10 points of damage, so that by half, that's 5 points of damage.
Alright, 5
Thunder
points of damage. Thunder damage seemingly does all that it should. So, with 10 points of damage, you shake the area with a loud. You see some of the stone cracks that were created by the hammer kind of like expand into his chest. Some small bits and pieces of loose rubble kind of fall off of its body. That hurt.
Great.
Alright. After Bree's large impact of the thunder claps there, Angie, it is your turn once again.
I firebolt
Another firebolt. Very well. Go for it.
again. That's a
Slicing it up.
14.
14 does not hit. The small bolt
Did you add your
flies
D4?
past.
Still have that?
Yeah,
still
you
blessed.
still do.
I forgot. 16?
16 does it.
Yay! Glad you
Add the
added D4.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget your D4s.
That's 10 fire damage.
Jesus, okay.
Yep.
With that, you hit it square in the face. For a moment, the eyes kind of just flame brightly before it all dissipates. That is not good for its
Okay.
stature.
How bad does it look though?
Pretty not okay.
Okay, then I will use my ability Quicken Spell, and for 2 sorcery points, I cast Magic Missile as a bonus action.
Very well. Magic missile as a bonus action. 3 quick impacts of the arcane bolts. Go ahead and roll for the damage.
Mm-hmm. That's D4 plus 3. That's a total damage of 11.
11 points of damage. Very well. And because you use a meta magic option, your Far Realm shard can be activated if you wish. The item you picked up that was attunement by a sorcerer.
Oh, yeah. I haven't really looked at it.
We'll take a look at it. When you use a meta magic option spell while you're holding or wearing the shard, you can cause a slimy tentacle to rip through the fabric of reality and strike one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. Sadly enough, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The only person in 30 feet of you is Bree.
Oh.
Hit her.
So,
Hit her.
I assume you're not doing it, but keep in mind, whenever you use a meta magic, you can use that shard. After Angie, it is the golem's turn again. It is rather stupid. So, it wastes one of its attacks and slams at the hammer where it just passes through, no effect. And, afterwards, the second attack is gonna go to Utsil again. For 25 to hit.
Boy, yeah, that hits.
Just barely not a natural 20.
I will.
You suffer 11 points of bludgeoning damage as the fist slams down on you.
Oh, I think that's 5. But
Sorry, 11 points half to 5, you're right.
yeah.
But still, you take 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
After the golem, Zira, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay.
Utsu gets punted in the face after the golem gets hit by fire.
If I keep attacking him, I must hit once. So I will, step out again. And I will this time do the acid spray. Which I do the attack roll. This time I got it right.
Go for it, make your attack roll.
That's a 19.
19 does hit.
Thank you. 11 points of acid damage.
Right. As you fire out the acid, it kind of splashes across the creature. Some of the stone immediately starts corroding. That seems to hurt.
And now I take a step back.
It had like you can see a fair amount of damage on this thing. Like it was a pretty nice looking statue at the beginning, although it was a little old. At the moment, it just starts like crumbling and broken and dissolved in places. It is not looking good. After Zero, George, it is your turn.
I did the step back.
You did step back. Very well.
So, well, first the spiritual weapon will just attack.
Yeah, go for it. Make your attack roll.
For a natural 20.
Natural 20 hits.
That's a nice.
Very nice.
For 13 points of force damage.
Very well. 13 points. Right, you shatter some of its creation again. Like one of the arms kind of almost falls off before it kind of just resets it.
And with that burst of confidence, as it, this thing's been pretty useful. George tries to move within range, possibly, and I think with my movement of 25 next to my weapon against the wall-ish, sort of in that corner.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get right there.
And then try to hit it with the warhammer in his,
Go for it.
like in the
Is
back
your-
of the knee.
Is your armor or your weapon magical today?
The warhammer still is magical.
Very well. Go for it.
For 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Very nice. Which is only only 5 points of damage.
Alright, 5 points of damage. With that, you hit it. You shatter a bit of the stone again. Your hammer seems to be much more effective than Usil's fist at the moment.
Well,
Kind of figured.
my flying ember also seems to be more effective than I am. But that's my turn.
After George smashes into the creature once again, Utsil, it's your turn.
Oh yeah. I will. Are we flanking that thing?
You are not flanking.
I will move so I'm flanking that thing.
Alright. I will
So I'll
say that
move a
if you're
little
standing on the opposite side over there, I'll give you the flanking.
And I will try to hit it.
It's not
twice.
perfect, but it's good. Go for it. Make your attack rolls.
Yeah. I'll just. That's a 19 to hit
19 hits.
for 8 points of damage. Half to
Oh.
4.
Sadly enough, yeah, they are. Another
And
crack.
well, a 24 to hit. I can
Also
add
hits.
a D4. 25.
Yeah. that hits.
For 4 damage, half to 2.
For damage half to 2, very well. You start shattering it. Like, you see most of its limbs have a hard time staying together, and it would be most logical if this thing would fall apart right now, but you see some faint magical essence that kind of keeps the whole structure together. It is on its last limbs. Bree, it is your turn.
Well, if it is on its last limbs, I would like to give him a little hit with my rapier so he falls over.
Alright, you're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet forward.
Yep.
Sadly enough, you cannot flank, but you can attack it.
I want to attack with my rapier, but I still hold my loot, so I will swap them again.
Alright, you swap them real quick as a bonus action.
Maybe
Go
I
ahead.
should take another instrument because it's hard to handle with 2 hands, but okay. And
Get an
I want
harmonica.
to hit him. Harmonica is great, but I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
proficient with that.
Yeah, but then you can have, this thing so it's always in front of your mouth.
Yeah, that's
So you
true.
never have to switch.
Oh wow.
That's pretty great.
Very true, actually. Yeah, you
And
do
I will
that.
attack him with my rapier.
Alright, go for it. Make your attack roll.
Don't forget the D4.
I
Yes,
think of the most
I will add
amazing
the
things.
D4. It's an 11 to hit.
11 does
That won't
not
hit.
hit.
No.
You're switching, you try to swipe at it, but your rapier just pings off the stone, no effect.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anything else?
Have to be careful with that rapier though. It's a family item.
Anything else you want to do?
No,
Very well, Angie.
I can't
In
do
that case,
anything.
it's up to you.
Fireball.
You don't have fireball.
That'd be a great
Fireball.
fireball.
Alright, firebolt. Go for it.
So pronounce then. Firebolt.
Not bolt.
I said it.
Sure, no worries. Go for it. Make an attack roll.
We all hear
20.
firebolt.
20 hits.
A natural 20.
It's not a natural 20. So 15 plus 5.
Oh no, it's not. Wait, why did I thought that?
Why did
I
you
don't
say
know.
that?
Because I was convinced it was, but it's not.
You're so happy
No,
you
it's
rolled a
not.
20.
Yeah.
Finally got that 20. Amelia convinces herself this must be natural.
This must be a natural one.
You're natural.
That's a 7.
Alright, 7 points of damage. As you fire the small globule of fire at it, how do you want to do this?
I want it to explode.
You fire its center of its chest, the small bolt impacts as the whole structure just explodes in bits of dust and stone that just scatter in every direction. Utsil, Bree, and George, you all kind of have to shield your eyes for a moment as the head kind of just flies for a moment before impacting the ground. The creature now defeated and the guardian of the temple no longer active. You all take a moment to breathe. Zira didn't run into the temple completely yet. George, you do see her standing not too far away. You all take a moment to breathe before deciding what to do next.
Zira, can you not,
Yes.
can you
Yes.
be a bit more careful? Let's
Hey,
all go at the same time, you know.
did you see me get hit?
That's not the point. Who
Well,
knows what's in
no.
there?
Can I look through this golem, this statue, if there's anything of I don't know if there's like a power source, something valuable.
Go ahead and make an
Help.
investigation check.
I'll help.
With possible advantage, or she can roll herself, whatever she wants.
What is it?
Well, what do you have? Do you have proficiency with investigation? Because I do.
Well, I do have guidance.
Alright, both of you roll separately.
Well, I
There's
got
a
a
50.
22.
22 and a
15.
15. Well, Zira doesn't seem to hold any type of small trinkets or valuables on itself. But eventually, the both of you do find on its back pieces of rock were aligned along where its spine would be if it were a humanoid. There are runes carved into it, but some of them are completely broken now. It's like multiple larger pieces of rock that still hold them. That's the only type of magic you find on it. It doesn't seem to have held any type of specific power source. No-
Who cares?
No set of AA batteries in its ass.
Just stone, who cares? So,
Can I just like sketch out what the runes look like?
Sure.
So I have a reference.
You
So
kinda
the book comes
sketch
to
some of
life.
you sketch some of the runes.
That would be just terrible.
If my book comes to life, I will be happy to.
so, who's
Well-
going first? Any suggestions?
I'll go
I want to
first.
go first.
And I want
to go
my
first, but I can't see
Be
anything.
inside again.
Is it dark inside or?
It is dark
Can
inside.
I stop Zira
Sure, make
before she runs inside?
an athletics check. Zira, make an athletics or acrobatics check. Up to you.
I want to try to halt her as well.
We'll give it a second.
George is saying, look out for traps,
Grab her
Sarah.
in her neck like this.
Just
Athletics, you said?
Yes.
I want to try to help as well. By the way.
One sec. You can roll. You can go ahead and roll separately. We'll see what Angie gets.
You guys, she's not a pet.
4.
A 4? Yeah, you try to reach for her, but you don't manage to grab her. With a
Well.
13, she easily kind of just walks
No,
away from
she's
you.
not.
But
Jordan.
Utsil, go ahead and make an
There's
athletics check.
argument.
Angie,
22.
Angie kind of reaches out but doesn't manage to grab Zira, but Utsil, she kind of passes you up and you kind of grab her by the scruff of the neck and lift her up and the leg still.
I put her on my shoulder and just walk in. Start walking.
It is
in. Calm down.
probably the best idea if we do it quietly this time.
What? I can't hear you. Can you talk a little louder? That's joking. I'm saying I'm very bad at that. But
But
I
then
can
That's
try.
try.
true.
Alright,
But you will be better.
all of you go ahead and roll a
Oh.
stealth check real quick for
Spend some
me.
time with me. So let's do
Okay.
stealth. Hey,
Why-
I'm lucky.
why-
I'm lucky. I can't roll natural one. I'm lucky.
Why am I the only one who makes a pretty good roll?
Oh, wait. Hold up, hold up. Bree's a
halfling.
halfling. She
Yeah.
can reroll once.
Yeah. I knew
I
it
am,
would come in handy.
Not a halfling. though.
Go ahead and reroll, Bree.
Oh no.
Yeah. 19!
That's much better.
Yay!
So,
I love
George,
being
what'd
a
you get?
halfling.
A 7.
7. Bree, what did you get?
19.
19. Angie, what did you get?
3.
3. Utsil, what did you get?
3 natural 1.
1. And Zira, what did you get?
And 18.
An 18. Very well. Zira
And I
is
just
kind of
make
being
a straight roll.
overshadowed.
No modifiers.
Zira is kind of being overshadowed by the loudness of Utsil and thus being extremely quiet. But the natural one does certainly not help. As you guys kind of loudly still enter into this darkened room, Angie, I assume you're casting dancing lights to be able to see.
Yeah.
Right. You guys continue into this hallway, eventually ending up in a room, and as you guys kind of step in, the torches kind of light up the room. They
that's
come.
fancy.
They turn on the moment you guys enter, and that's where we're going to be picking up after the small break. So, we're going to take a 10 to 15 minute break here for a moment. Everybody can go and pee and grab some drinks. And after that, we will come
Yay.
back as you guys enter this brand new room. So, thank you for sticking around. We'll be back in just a moment.
Okie dokie.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of episode 5 of our show. Luckily, you guys can't hear what the group's talking about because they're talking about popcorn. So,
We've shifted slightly. We're
No,
now
we haven't. Shut the fuck up.
hey,
Salt popcorn's best.
as you
Yes.
guys enter into the dark and stingy temple of the Huan-Ti, you all and walk through a hallway for a moment before you eventually end up in a wider room where you can hear the faint slushing of water. But as you enter the room, torches on the walls all lit, lighting up the room around you. What you notice is that you're currently standing on a walkway
Fancy.
in the middle. In the middle of the walkway is stone. On each of its sides, there's water. It's about 10 feet of water until that's where the edge of the wall is. On the side, you see pillars where there's serpents kind of curling up and kind of looking down at those who walk over the pathway.
Is the water like in a fountain in uprising stones something, or is it deeper? Like, can we fall in, or?
How thick
you
is
get-
the water?
the water is kind of on the same level as the pathway. The pathway itself
Okay.
kind of sometimes has a bit of is a little wet, as there's water that's currently on it.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of look in. It is rather deep. You don't see a bottom immediately.
Okay.
This could be the
um,
water I heard.
On the opposite side of the where the pathway ends, on the opposite side of the room, there is a stone door, and beside it are two discs, discs that are halfway into the wall on either side. That's what you see.
like half discs in a circle, or
No, a full
like
disc,
they are full disc,
possibly,
but they're not.
but they're into the wall, so you can only see like half of the disc sticking out.
Can I go up to the disc and try to turn it?
Okay, 1 second.
Well, yeah, no. I
You-
first wanted to ask if there was anything between me and the disc.
No. The disc is there's two discs, one on either side of the doorway at the other side. You kind of start turning it. You start turning it. You see that along the edge of the outside there is a bit of snake tail that disappears into the wall. And you start turning it, and at the one point, the snake kind of appears on the opposite side with it, where there's a head engraved into the stone. You kind of can twirl it.
I wanted to ask, a real snake or a fake snake?
It's
But
a
okay, you're
fake
great.
snake. It's just
Okay.
decoration.
Not like
No.
you suddenly snake bite in my neck and just like.
Yeah, and
Not
your
a
character
snake.
dies.
Snape.
Oh shit!
Snape.
Potter.
Alan
Snake.
Rickman.
Snap.
Can I try the other
But
disc as
no.
well?
And you walk over to the other disc, and it seems to be the same thing. There's a snake on it, and you can turn it. And you can turn it a little further, and the snake disappears into the wall, and it comes out again.
Can I make a history intelligence check to use stone cutting to see what the fuck, why people would put this here,
Your people,
or if anyone else wants to do anything?
What do you want to find out about this? You know how it works. You see that it's carved out of stone. What do you specifically
I
want to know
want
about
I
it?
want to see if there's anything unusual about the engravings on either
I want-
side.
I want to see if this is an
That would more be an
entrance to
investigation
anywhere.
check, but go for it. You want to look
What?
for what?
I want to see if this is an entrance or if there's any other door
Make an
which
investigation check.
can lead us.
I just
Oh,
want
yeah.
to investigate the room.
Bree is basically doing that, so you can either help her or roll yourself. So,
What do you
Util,
want?
what did you get?
I'll just wait and observe.
I
Alright.
have rolled an 18.
Alright, 1 second. Utsil is rolling for the door.
Oh, what do you want me to roll?
An investigation
Oh,
check, which
I'll-
you can do with stone cunning.
I'll do an investigation check too.
Again?
Not that I beat
great.
18, but 18. Oh well, I did beat it.
I was like, okay, I'm pretty great, and there you are. I'm nailing it. I'm on top of you.
That's a 10. So
10. Nothing unusual about the carvings. They're just seems to be just decoration. The two of you, what did you guys roll?
I rolled an 18.
18?
And
How
I
much?
rolled a 23.
23. You kind of start looking around. There's no hidden doorways in a wall or anything. This seems to be the entrance to the temple itself. There's of course the massive stone door that Utsil is currently investigating. Kind of look into the water. It's rather deep. There could be like an underground water tunnel system, but you're not sure. You can't see that far.
Can anyone hold his breath?
I can
Oh.
try.
Well, maybe we need to go underwater.
I don't like that.
I know, me neither, but
me neither.
if that door is not going to work, we have to seriously think about this water thing.
There
Well,
must
why
be a
is the
reason-
door not working?
Yeah, there might be a reason that well, the tunnel, the circle is something. It's turning.
Well,
Is it opening?
Well, not really. I think they might be need to be put in a certain spot, but that
maybe
doesn't
all
seem
the
anything-
snakes need to be put out.
like. Well, if it's the temple for snake people, don't you think they want snakes?
That's why I'm saying it. Maybe all the snake heads need to be pointing, like visible.
Oh,
Maybe to each
course.
other?
maybe
Would
they
that be
need to
possible to turn the heads?
No, the snakes are engraved on a wheel, basically, and the wheel is
Yeah.
halfway into the wall. But the moment you start turning it, only half of the wheel is engraved with a snake, and the other half isn't. And as you kind of
yeah.
turn it, like they kind of come out of the wall and disappear into it again.
I just walk up to Otsil to get the snake head thingy out of his backpack and walk back to the water and drop it in there.
And it kind of it kind of floats at the top.
Okay. George, could
That's
you do
water.
the other, circle?
What did you say?
Can you do the other circle? Maybe I'll turn this one, and you can turn that one.
Sure.
Alright, so you guys are turning it. Any specific? You guys just start turning it, or any
Well,
specific
uh,
thing you want to set it to?
Snake head pointing.
Yeah, the snake
visible.
visible and pointing. Well, not pointing. Yeah, well, being visible.
Alright.
Yo,
So, 1 second. You guys turn the wheels so the snakes are completely visible. You kind of line them up together. The moment you finish that and you kind of hold them for a second, you hear a clicking sound, and the wheels no longer turn. After that, you hear a very heavy as the door from the entrance of the room shuts and slams down. Moment.
Oh, no.
You
That's
guys
the
all
wrong door.
kind of look around for a moment. You hear this very faint sound. I would say Utsil and George, both of you hear this very faint, just like sound of air blowing.
Oh, we've got a problem. Does it
Utsil and George,
sh-
make a perception check, please.
Is there
Yeah,
another
does
God.
it smell weird?
Poisonous gas, maybe?
Make a perception check.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
An 11.
11.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
And
You should be a halfling. You
And a
can
natural one.
roll every natural one you roll.
I got a natural.
True.
Alright,
I'm
you
just like-
stand there for a moment, and you hear the sound,
Did you fart?
and you kind of start looking around and trying to find where it's coming from, and it takes you guys a hot second, but you have no idea where it is. And all at this point, kind of all of you start hearing it just sound of just air blowing.
Violet?
What?
Jesus. Come on, Angie.
Can I
Are you
find
okay?
it?
No,
No, it's like the popcorn thingies.
Yeah.
You guys, at the moment you guys start noticing that Utsil and George are very much like looking around. Zira, I would like for you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Did you fart?
God.
Okay,
It's
second.
14.
14. You. Very well. You suffer 1 point of poison damage. As you now notice the air around you, that's not good. But no, everybody else is a little taller, so.
It takes longer.
You guys still hear the Angie, go ahead and make a
So?
perception check. You asked.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. What do you think of this, George? It's
This smells.
What
Yeah.
have you eaten yesterday?
This is not that.
no, but fuck.
I think
there
the
anything-
water.
That's a 3.
3. I would like for Zira, Utsil, George, and Bree all to make Constitution saving throw.
Is
Oh
this for
God,
poison?
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is for poison, yes.
Yeehaw.
The dwarves have
that's
advantage or
great.
resistance, right?
They have advantage and resistance.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's
great. Oh, I have
Oh.
a 19. Nice.
Wow.
She.
So,
Did I have
George,
advantage?
what did you get?
A 10.
10.
Oh,
George,
God.
you suffer 1 point of poison damage. Have to still 1. And
Oh no.
for a moment you become very nauseous, and for a round you are poisoned. Utsil,
I got a 15.
15. You suffer half to 1 point of poison damage as well, and you are not poisoned. Bree, what did you get?
19.
19, very well. You suffer 1 point of poison damage, but are not poisoned.
Okay.
Let's see.
Can-
Bree and Zira, you're the only ones who haven't checked yet. Both of you make a perception check, please. See if you guys can figure out
Yes.
where it's coming from.
Perception.
Oh, Zira, you also
Zira?
rolled, by the way, a Constitution saving throw. What did you get?
A 6.
6. You have to roll that perception check with disadvantage because you are poisoned and you suffer 1 point of poison damage.
Okay. Well, that's a 13.
13, very well. Bree,
The perception I rolled was 18.
18. Alright. Bree, you look around, and with the lights of Angie still up, notice that the 4 snakes that are making part of the pillar, in their mouth, there's all of them have like this small brass tube coming out of the mouth, and that's where you see poison just slowly spraying out and sinking into the room, slowly filling it up from bottom to top. You realize this right before it reaches Andy, so she might not be affected.
Can I hold my breath?
You can certainly attempt to.
I say to Angie to hold her breath, and I scream to the rest, "Come on, let's run. We need to get out of this room.
This room is currently closed on both ends.
Yeah, George
well,
jumps
we
into
can-
the well.
Let's get into the water then. Come on."
You jump into the water?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
I follow
yeah.
him
Who jumps into the
I'll
water?
Yeah, fuck it.
Alright.
because
Sure.
I was actually planning to, do it before, but I was like,
Yeah.
first throw his head
Um,
in there to make sure it's water and not acid.
There's 2 sides of the water, a left side and a right side. Where do you guys jump in? Or who
Where do
jumps
we
in
jump?
where?
The right side.
Right side?
Yeah, right.
Right
Right.
It's
side?
the right side.
Angie, where do you jump in?
The right, because everyone else
side?
is there.
Utsil?
It's the closest, so if that was the right side, that was
It's
the
up
right
to you.
side.
Do you want to jump right or left?
Right then.
Right side? Zira, do you also jump in the right side?
I feel peer pressure to jump into the right
Yeah,
side
same.
now.
But
Do you jump to the right side?
Of course I don't!
Hey, Zira jumps into the left side. As you guys all disappear underwater, you all holding your breath, kind of look around, looking at each other. What's everybody's Constitution score?
Mine is
like,
12.
Or sorry,
16.
modifier.
Oh,
oh,
plus 1.
Plus 3.
Plus 4.
Plus
Plus
4.
1, plus 3 for Zira, plus 4 from George, Angie and Util,
+3.
Plus 4.
plus 3 from Util, and plus 4 from Angie. So, Bree, you'll be able to hold your breath for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Zira and Util, you'll be able to hold your breath for 4 minutes. And George and Angie, you guys are able to hold your breath for 5 minutes. As you all jump into the water, you guys all kind of look around. Zira is nowhere to be seen. Zira, you jump into the water, kind of look around with your dark vision, and there's the floating head that you dropped in there. Okay, and then about 5 feet to your left, there's about 5 feet in between you guys. There is a large serpentine creature that is like slowly climbing up the side of the wall that is of the pathway, and as it's kind of still underwater, it just turns towards you. You see a couple of bubbles come out from its mouth. This is the same creature of whose head you have just thrown into the thing. It's the same type of creature. It's not the exact same,
No.
but it's the same type of creature. So,
Do I get
Zira,
points of intimidation by throwing her head in it?
sadly enough, you do not. But Zira, I would like for you to roll an. Everybody, I would like for you all to roll for initiative.
Oh god.
As all of you jumped into the one side, while Zira jumped into the other.
Well,
Is that
that's
natural
more
one?
like...
Number 1.
Oh my god.
So, currently, Zira and this creature are having underwater combat.
And I still, acid in the
Number
water.
1.
You can still use spells, but if you use your acid gun, it just sprays and it does not go no further than 5 feet.
Okay, well, I have acid spells.
Alright, so, let me get the right sound. There we go. Nope. There we go. Alright. So, that's your d20 plus. Alright, 25 to 20.
Yes, 20.
20 for Bree.
Mm-hmm.
20 to 15.
16.
16 for Angie. 15 to 10.
12.
12 for Zira. 10 to 5.
No.
Okay. 5 to 1.
4.
1.
And a 1 for George. So, none of you have any reason to suspect anything yet. So, Bree and Angie, we're skipping you for now. And Zira, it is your turn. You react first to seeing this creature slowly climb its way towards the surface.
Well, okay. I have spells, so let's use spells.
Alright, go for it. Do something. What are you doing?
Let's see, what spell is well, acid splash is always a good one, though.
Alright, acid splash it is.
Please be terrible at Dex.
Well, we'll see.
I don't think so. But
Neither, but one can hope.
Dexterity saving throw as it quickly tries to dash out of the way whilst within the water. That is a natural 20 for 20.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even have to roll that again.
Myself on that one.
So he quickly jumps out of the way, kind of dashes towards you, but the acid you summon just dissipates into the water. No effect. Anything else?
Can I, swim?
You can swim. You're currently about 5 feet from the surface.
I don't want to swim towards the surface.
Okay, where do you want to go?
I don't know how. All I know
you-
is that I jumped
Oh,
into
sorry.
water.
Right, sorry. My fault. Battle map.
Thank you.
So, as I said, everybody's on one side, except for Zira and that creature.
I'm just so in luck.
There's like, this is all raised, so you guys currently can't see each other, so your friends also have no idea what's happening to you at the moment.
Can I, swim deeper underwater?
You can certainly go deeper, yeah.
Then I go deeper.
How far deeper do you want to go? In water, you have
I-
half movement, so you can go 15 feet max.
Oh, I was gonna say like 10 feet.
Right, very well. Zira dives in, goes 10 feet down. Very well. In that case, after Zira, it's the creature. The creature follows you, swimming downwards. It's going to make its attack rolls against you, all reckless.
Of course. I
'cause then
wouldn't
it-
suspect otherwise.
'cause then it doesn't have disadvantage. So, it's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Right, you suffer 10 points of slashing damage, of piercing damage, as it bites you at first. It kind of wiggles you around before throwing you off. Coming at you again with a claw attack for a 16 to hit.
Also hits.
You suffer 4 points of slashing damage from the claw.
Okay, good.
Everybody else at the moment is still blissfully unaware of what's happening to Zira. So, Zira, and in that case, we're back to you because your friends are not yet alerted.
Why would they be?
Oh,
Well,
if
it
you
is
jump
fair to
up-
say that George just goes down for the next 2 minutes. So,
Yeah. Well, George and let's see, George and Angie, you guys can hold your breath for 5 minutes actually. So
yeah, but keeping it
Very well.
safe.
2 minutes. Zira, it is back to your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, Because I was so lucky with my acid splash. I feel like I just have to do it again and hope for the best.
Okay, if you want to do that, go for it.
Yeah, so make that safe.
Dexterity saving throw on its end. That
Yeah.
is a 7.
Oh, that does not make it.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
That's 3 points of damage.
Very well. Doesn't seem to be super damaged by the acid that suddenly appears in the space.
Oh.
Is there anything else you want to do?
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what I can see. It's dark underwater.
It is dark in the water. It's lighter at the top, but that's also where poison is. But your
Yeah,
friends are on the other side of the path.
And yeah, I just no, I'll just stay there.
Very well. In that case, the creature's going to attack you twice.
Of course he
Uh,
is.
Reckless again. First attack is a 9 to hit, which
Nope.
misses. Second attack is a 17 to hit.
Okay, fair.
You suffer 8 points of slashing damage as the claw rakes across your body, kind of sends you twirling in the water.
I would appreciate it if you would not kill me.
Oh, it depends. You're currently fighting this thing on your own.
Move up and over.
Because of that, that's the end of its turn.
I'm more scared of the poison than of this creature.
Well, we'll see. Zira,
Fair enough.
what do you want to do?
Yeah, I just I'll see what spells did I have prepared.
Can I, by the way,
Yes.
check what if I can find some kind of way to shut off poison underwater.
Make an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh. 11.
11. There doesn't seem to be any type of way to shut it down. It was very practical. At the top, it was just a small brass tube about the size of a PVC pipe that just was excruciating or exhausting poison into the room.
Okay.
Zira, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll just. I feel like I have to do another acid splash in its face. So make that safe.
Alright, very well. That is a 18.
Mother of frick.
The acid once again appears in the space, but it quickly swims away. No effect.
Yeah, I'll have to go up a bit.
Alright, how
I'm
far do you want to
now
go up?
15 feet underwater, right?
Yeah, you're currently 15 feet underwater,
Okay.
which is
okay,
your
that-
entire movement.
Yeah, that I know. I need to make sure. Because I will go 5 feet up.
You'll go 5 feet up.
Yeah, because I will definitely die now.
You will stay within the within its melee range.
I know, but if I leave it, I will die.
Well, it is going to be its turn next. So,
I will die.
will you just stay there?
Well, I can't really. If I go out, he gets his attack of opportunity. Right?
That's one attack.
Yeah, that's true, but do you know how many hit points I have?
I do not.
It's not much, and he has only once hit me with less than I currently have.
He does have disadvantage.
True.
He attacks reckless, which gives him a straight roll.
You can't attack reckless when it's not your turn, right?
True.
True.
That's true. Oh. I should have known that. I did reckless a bunch of times.
You did.
What are you doing, Zira?
I'm thinking about the best way to not die.
You don't have a whole lot of time while you're underwater.
I know.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'll go up some more then.
Okay.
Let's hope he fudges one of his rolls.
You swim all the way. You use all your movement to get to the surface. You currently cannot breach the surface yet. But you're there. The creature will make a attack with disadvantage against you.
But it doesn't do me
That is
dirty
a
now.
6 to hit.
Okay, fuck yeah.
That's his reaction. After that, he swims up below you on his turn, trying to get there. And he will take 2 attacks against you.
He will try to murder me.
First with its bite. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, I will be dead.
You suffer 4 points of piercing damage.
I'm just not dead.
Then it will swipe at you with its claws
I will die.
for an 8 to hit.
Oh no, I won't die.
Alright, so it tries to claw. First it bites you, kind of throws you around. You hit the stone to the side. It hurts. There's blood in the water. Then it claws at you, but you kind of dash out of the way swimming. It kind of scrapes against the stone. It is your turn. What do you want to do?
Can I, before I go out of the water, acid
Yeah.
spray once more?
You can do that if you want to, yeah.
Splash him, I mean.
Yeah, you can
Well,
do
yeah,
that.
I will do that then.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
No, it's still a safe.
Right. Sorry. You say acid spray, so that's your attack roll.
Yeah, I know, but I can't do that. And then I corrected myself. No, I mean acid splash.
That's a 16.
Okay, yes, he still makes it.
So the acid dissipates into the water, no effect.
But you know, I used it as a distraction to get out of the water.
Alright, you want to get out of the water?
Yes.
Okay, you get out onto the side of the water. You're still holding your breath. You see the room is completely, almost opaque with, it's very difficult to see. You can only see about 10 feet in front of you. But it's completely like filled with green gas at the moment. But you're holding
Dive
your
to
breath.
the other side.
Hey, the moment you run
Like
away,
a fabulous swimmer's dive.
you leave its melee range as you're running across the path. Oh jeez. Come on, battle map. There we go. And it will take an attack of opportunity at you, halfway lunging out of the water for a 7 to hit.
Oh, thank God he misses that.
Right. So as its reaction, it kind of swipes at you. You jump into the side on the other water. George, you suddenly feel a rather heavy impact on the top of your helmet as Zira, very much hurt, very much bloodied, jumps in the water on top of you and then kind of slides next to you.
Am I not technically like almost 100 feet down at this point?
Are you just swimming? Have you just been swimming down?
Yeah.
Oh, and in that case, about 50 feet down, you found the bottom, and it kind of goes off into a tunnel on one side.
Well, then I went in there.
Okay, so George, just fuck off somewhere else.
George
Let's
is
see where he went.
Wait.
Only Utsil would have really, with his passive perception, would be high enough to really notice that.
Wait. I just see him wander out and swim out and came
No,
back.
George just kind of jumps in and just kind of slowly sinks and doesn't stop it.
Yeah.
And he disappears out of your range of your dark vision
like I said,
before
he's
he then
doing his
walks
way
into
down.
a tunnel that's there.
If I see that he dives into a tunnel, I will alert the rest. Just like.
Okay, so everybody knows that George is gone. In
Mhm.
that case,
I'd say the
Utsil.
moment I get within the little nick, I'd probably like sort of stop there, like hold and wait a little bit, like
If I
30
see
seconds. So
Yeah, if I see that there's how do you call it? If he's there and there's a tunnel, I will go there.
Alright, so Utsil is also gone down to the tunnel. This is way back, so Zero was not there yet. Both Utsil and George just swam down.
I tried to swim down as well,
Okay.
but I can't see shit. I hope Angie's lights are still on.
Bree
Her
also
dancing
swims
lights, and
down.
that they work in the water.
Yeah. I don't know if they do. I mean, it doesn't say it goes out.
If you swim down, there's a tunnel there. And Utsil and George have made you aware that there's a tunnel there that goes somewhere.
I mean, if Sierra is there, right?
Zero is
not?
not there. This would have been at the beginning, but while they were fighting on the other side.
I will wait for Sierra.
Okay. The three of you, what are you doing? You guys found this tunnel.
Well, I will wait.
we'll wait
until-
a little, like 30 seconds, and then we're just sitting there, like sort of looking up.
Okay, in that case, while you guys
we
are sitting
already
there,
are
50.
through, right?
No. The tunnel kind of go. You get to the bottom, which is 50 feet deep, and then the tunnel
Yes.
goes out horizontally from there.
Yes, but I mean, are we out of the water? Because
No,
I can
you're
hold
in-
my breath for that long.
You're in the water.
Okay, then.
You can hold your breath for
Yeah.
2 minutes, which hasn't passed yet.
Okay, but I will definitely go in the tunnel and out of the water before I reach out of breathe.
The tunnel is filled with water.
Reach out of air.
Like, you found the bottom, and then there's just a tunnel that goes from there, but the tunnel is filled with water. The
Oh,
tunnel doesn't go
God.
up.
This was a bad idea. I think Bree's gonna die from suffocation in water.
Well, you can hold your breath for 2 minutes, and it's been about 1, 2, 3 turns.
We
So
have
it's been about 18 seconds now.
Yeah.
About 18 seconds later, as the three of you are waiting down at the entrance of the tunnel, Angie's still swimming up there. Bree, you can only see the lights at the surface. Angie, you're the only one who notices that about 10 feet away from you, Zira plops into the water, heavily bleeding, almost not, trying to hold on to life as much as she can. But that's what you see. Zira, you move 5, 10, 15 feet and jump into the water again. You got 10 feet, which means you can swim for 5 feet if you wish.
I will swim 5 feet to Angie.
Towards Angie. Okay.
Can I cast a spell?
Depending on the spell, you can cast it on your turn.
Cure wounds.
Alright, that will have to be on your turn, and you have to be able to touch her. After Zira, it is the turn of the creature. The creature climbs over,
Dankeschön.
jumps on top of Zira, and into the water. So
I jumped the wrong way. I swam
the
the wrong
creature
way.
is going to be right there above you. You're basically under it, and it will make first its bite attack against you. For a 10 to hit.
Nope.
And then its claw attack for an 18 to hit.
Okay. I'm ready to die.
You suffer 4 points of slashing damage as the creature dives into the water and just rakes you across the back.
Okay.
Alright. Zira goes limp, floating in the water, slowly rises to the surface.
Can I catch her before she? Oh,
No,
wait.
she's too far away from you. At this point, Utsul, George, Bree, Angie, you guys all notice that something bad's happening. Some of you are standing way below and looking up at the surface. Angie, you're the only one that sees the creature just about 10 feet away from you. But Utsul, it is your turn now. You see this other creature jump in the water after Zira and rake her across the back. And you see Zira just limply floating into the water.
How close can I get?
If you use your movement, which is in your case 25 feet, you can only move half your movement, meaning you can only go 10 feet to the surface. But if you dash, you double your movement, meaning you would have 50 feet, so you could get 25 feet, which is halfway the distance you have to go.
How long has this been?
This has been about 24 seconds.
Okay, now I will dash swim upwards towards the creature.
You will dash trying to swim up. You're currently 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away still.
Okay.
After Utsil, George, it is your turn. George, you see Utsil just suddenly spiking back to the surface.
So, this was 50 feet deep, you said, right?
Yeah, 50 feet. You're currently at the bottom.
So could I see
With
our
your dark
limitless
vision, you
body
can
of
still
Zira?
see. Yeah, you can
I
see.
do have dark vision for
You can
60
see
feet.
Zira just floating at the surface.
Now, a more important question. Wait for my laggy camera. More important question.
Yeah.
Can I do vocal spells underwater?
I'm pretty sure you cannot. I'll check.
I don't know.
It might be. You might lose some air.
Or it sounds like
Let's
underwater.
see.
You will lose air.
Yeah, definitely.
Components. Fighting underwater. Let's see. Can spells with a verbal component be cast underwater if the caster can't breathe water? Yeah, you can. You can use spells. You can use spells fine. It's only a short sentence. You can probably even speak it without releasing it really into the air. If you just keep it in your mouth, just.
Well, in that case, a healing word will come
Does
way.
she have to be able to hear you? Because she cannot hear you.
Your choice that you can see within range regains. No,
Yes. See, yeah.
no, it doesn't say
No.
that.
Very well. In that case, it
if,
works.
if it's here, then it would have worked on the darkness in the last campaign at the start when I was introduced.
Yeah, I just have to see it indeed. That's
If you're able to see them, then
just.
you're good.
So, Zero, you gain 6 hit points, and I gain 1 temporary hit point.
If it's a first level spell, you regain twice the amount of. You gain temporary hit points equal to twice the spell's level. So you can regain 2.
2 temporary hit points, exciting.
Oh.
And they do stack. So, but you get your 6 hit points, and can I see the snake? I can't see the creature, right?
You can also see the creature. Yeah, it jumped into the water, then attacked Zira, and it seems to be gunning for Angie next.
In that case, make a dexterity saving throw as the spark comes out and a sacred flame.
Very well. Dexterity saving throw.
I love me some underwater fire.
13.
Well, it's
but
holy radiance.
It has magic
See?
resistance.
Underwater fire.
13.
Yeah, that will make it.
Right, very well.
15.
The water just
Nothing
bursts with radiant flame for a moment, but no effect. Want to stay
And,
50 feet down?
I'm good with where I am actually, so I'm gonna stay
well.
here.
In that case, after George, Bree, it is your turn. You see Utsil jumping to the surface. You see Zira regain consciousness after Utsil hits the hammer before a radiant flame also appears. George. Sorry, George.
Yeah, but
Bree,
I
what do you wanna
also
do?
see in the light of the surface that thing, I think,
Yeah.
that attacked the era. So I
yes.
pull my. So I
For
pull
that, by
my
the way,
rapier.
Angie, you are concentrating on
Burning lights.
dancing lights.
The dancing lights.
Close enough.
I mean, if you want to do burning lights and they all look like small fires, then go for it. But
Brrr. But I see that and I want to stab him with my rapier. So I grab my rapier and I swim as fast as I can to the surface. So I probably dash for my action.
okay, in that case, you get as far as Utsil, which means you still have 25 feet to go.
Yes. Okay.
After Bree, Angie, it's your turn. What do you want to do? It's about 5 feet away from you. Oh god. Angie?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Right. It is your turn. It's about 10 feet away from you. There's 5 feet in between you guys. What do you want to do? Or it's 5 feet away from you.
Yes. Zero was conscious again, right?
Zira seems to have regained consciousness, yes.
Okay, then I magic missile towards the creature. Can you
Alright.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for damage. As the arcane bolts fly out, sifting through the water, leaving a couple bubbles behind.
7.
7. Very well.
And is Sarah moving again?
Zira seems to be moving again, yes.
Can I grab her hand and swim down towards the tunnel?
You can, but you will be entering and leaving the creature's range.
No, then I will be sorry. Then I will be just swimming down.
Alright, you just swim down using 30 feet of your movement. You can go 15 feet, so that's 5, 10, 15 feet, and you're right over there. Alright.
I do kind of wait for her so I can see the creature still.
You can see the creature still.
Okay.
But
then
Zira is
it's
still at
okay.
the surface. Zira is still, because it hasn't had her turn yet, she still appears to be, unconscious. But Zira, it is your turn. You're kind of like floating. You barely regain consciousness again. The creature seems to be gunning for Angie next, but you regain consciousness. What do you want to do?
Am I in his range?
At the moment, yeah, but it doesn't seem to be paying you any mind because it still thinks you're a KO.
So if I would swim out of his range, he would not
would
do
get
anything because he's stupid?
No, he would recognize that you're alive again.
Well then,
But you can certainly try.
of course I won't do that. I just got alive again. Okay, let's see. What was it called again when, you use your action to flee? That's what I'm gonna
Disengage.
do.
Dash.
That.
George.
Disengage.
Disengage very well. And then you use your full movement to go down, I assume.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, you're about the same height as Angie. But you have
Cool.
disengaged.
Bonus
now-
action dash.
You're not a rogue.
Sad.
And now noticed that you are alive again. It begins to swim down as well.
Why is it such a good swimmer?
Getting in between... Well, it's going at half speed, but it's just there. It gets there. Because you guys are as fast as it. It gets within both range of Angie and Zira. And first, it will make its bite attack against Angie. For a 7 to hit.
Nope, misses.
And then we'll try to claw Zira again for a 22 to hit.
Come on, you gotta be kidding me!
You suffer 8 points of slashing damage as the claw once again rakes across your back as you're trying to get away.
I love this so much.
Zero once again flops down and begins to float.
F.
After that, Utsula, it is your turn.
Ah, yes. How far
By the
are
way,
they
those attacks were reckless. So, for those who are going to attack in melee.
How far do I need to swim?
5, 10... you need to go 10 feet. So that means you need to have 20 feet of movement.
Okay. Well, I do. So I will swim upwards and make 2 of my. Well, no, make a reckless attack as well.
Okay. Go
Just
ahead and make an
normal.
attack roll.
That's a 20 to hit.
20.
Actually,
Does
I don't
hit.
even need to do it reckless.
We don't do it reckless?
I don't need to do it reckless.
Then it's straight rolls.
Oh yeah, because it's underwater.
Because it's underwater.
Then,
Which
then
means
I
then
will
it's
do
your
it
20
reckless.
and an...
Never mind.
What?
Yeah. No, I will do it reckless anyway.
Okay, very well. In that case, 20 for your first attack.
Yep.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
9 damage.
9 points of damage. Very well.
If I do reckless, it's reckless the entire turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I will do it as well on the second attack.
Go for it.
For 20 to hit.
20 hits.
You still have disadvantage though.
No, because he also did reckless. So he has
Yeah.
advantage because the other guy did reckless and he's doing reckless. But he has disadvantage in the water. So
Yeah, we stacking. Okay.
we stacking.
For 2 damage.
For 2 points of damage. Very well.
Not
You-
raging at the moment.
You climb up, you punch it twice. And that is not going well for it. But yeah, no, I can't do this vertical map too well. After after Utsil, George, it is once again your turn.
Well, seeing that my heals were not appreciated,
Hey!
I guess I'll just do a sacred flame if I can still see the thing.
You indeed can.
So
It's-
make that dex save
Make a dexterity saving throw.
or fail
for,
it preferably.
that's an 8.
That is a failure.
Go ahead
So
and roll
he'll
for
take
damage.
an epic amount of damage. So 3 radiant damage.
Nice. There's suddenly a bright light that just appears in the water. It burns the creature for a moment. It starts swirling and twirling around in the water until it regains its movement again. That hurt.
And
That's your action.
That's it.
Very well. Zero is still unconscious.
I
So-
know, but
Very
you
well.
know, that's
Um,
what it is. We'll
after George, Bree, it is your turn then.
Yes. Can I swim up to the creature and attack it? Or
can.
is that too far?
You can go 5, 10. You would be in a different space horizontal wise to where Zira is, but you would be in the same space. So I'm just gonna put you over there for now.
Okay.
I'm floating
No.
anyways.
Yeah.
And I want to attack him with my rapier.
Go for it. Make your attack roll.
Wow, it's a 7.
7. You swish with your rapier through the water. I'm pretty sure a rapier actually does not have disadvantage.
No,
Let me check.
but yeah,
Underwater combat 5e.
it's just a normal weapon.
Well, no, because some weapons don't, but it's specific weapons.
Oh,
Let's see.
okay.
I know a trident doesn't have it. But
Because it's a trident.
A creature that doesn't have a swimming speed has disadvantage on attack roll unless it uses a melee weapon that is a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. So sadly enough, a rapier is still disadvantage. But it did reckless, so it's a straight roll, which is your 7, sadly, which misses.
Yeah.
Alright. You quickly swish with the rapier and you don't manage to hit it. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
Well, there's still gas above me. I assume.
The water surface is still about 20 feet above you.
Oh yeah. Then I can see that. Yeah, there's not that much I can do right now, so I just hold the rapier in front of me
Very
and
well.
make sure if that guy comes up to me, he will be pierced by my rapier.
In that case, Angie, it is your turn.
As an action, I will cast Cure Wounds on Azura.
You have to move to the other side of the creature to be able to do that.
Darn it.
Like you can get there. It would just cost all your movement.
Okay, I do that.
Okay, you swim all the way around to where Zira is. You cast Cure Wounds. Go ahead and do that. 1 second, I'm gonna put Bree on a stand so we can put Zira below her. Like, you are both still within its range. Just Zira is below Bree. And you're still concentrating. Alright, go ahead and roll 1d8.
That's a 13.
13, very well. Zira, you heal 13 hit points.
Ooh.
And as a bonus action, I cast Flame Blade.
Hey, bonus action Flame Blade. Cure Wounds, sadly enough, is a first level spell, and you can only cast the spell as a bonus action if the other one's a cantrip. So you cannot cast Flame Blade this turn.
Wait, no, that. But Flame Blade is a bonus action.
If a spell is a bonus action, you can only use your action to cast a cantrip, not a spell.
Oh, no, okay, I'm sorry.
You can only cast one spell per turn, I guess is an easier way to.
You can only use one spell slot per turn. Unless you use Quicken Spell, which is, different. That makes that specific.
I mean, yes, but I already used it.
Okay. Do you only have... Yeah, you only have 2 sorcery points, don't you?
No, 3.
Oh, but you used 2 for Quicken Spell.
2.
Yeah, okay, then you can't do it. Okay, after Angie, Zira, you come back to consciousness, floating for a moment, but you regain your position. You're conscious again. What do you want to do?
Well, okay. How bad does the motherfucker look?
Pretty bad. Not super bad, but he looks bloodied.
Let's see. Okay, wait. 2d4 or yes. Yeah. Sure. I'll cast Ray of Sickness on him.
Very well. That is an attack roll, right?
Yep. And thank God I have so many lovely people standing near him, so I have
It went
advantage.
reckless. Yeah, it also went reckless, so you have a lot of advantage.
So many advantage. And it's a 16 to hit then.
16 hits.
Ooh, yay! So that's 2d8. That's 6 points of poison damage. And he must make a Constitution saving throw.
Right. You hit him with a sickening ray, and as the poison touches its skin, it seems to have not really be bothered by poison.
Of course not.
At all.
Yeah. What did I expect?
And this big snake is immune to poison.
Of course he is. I wish I were, but it takes like 14 more levels.
Right. After Zira fires the sickening ray, which sadly enough does not help on this creature, it is its turn. It will recklessly attack the dwarf that punched it twice. Because ow. For a first attack, for a 10. But you also went reckless. So he going reckless and you going reckless gives him advantage. For a 7 to hit on the bite attack.
Does it hit?
And a 21 to hit on the claw attack.
21 does it.
You suffer 8 points of slashing damage. Jesus, why am rolling max on that so much? Hold up.
I don't know.
No, I don't know why you roll so good.
Alright, I don't always have to roll max on it, jeez. But you do suffer 8 points of slashing damage. You said you didn't rage yet, so it's a full 8.
No,
All that damage to him.
No. That was just testing me if I was doing something
it's
wrong.
Nuke him.
But after its turn, Utsil, it is yours. It bites and the massive maw misses you, but then it claws you right across the face. That is not nice.
Time to hit him back where it hurts. I will make two reckless attacks.
Go for it.
Just because I
You
can.
also have advantage.
Oh yeah. That's a 21 to hit
21 hits.
for 5 damage.
Very well, 5 points of damage. It's the first punch is whack. Second attack.
That's 25 to hit
25 also hits.
for 3 damage.
Another 3 points of damage. Very well. It starts to look pretty rough as you punch it twice. After Utsu punched it twice, George, it is once again your turn.
Well, I mean, roll a dexterity save, I guess.
Very well.
Still
Dexterity
going
saving
there.
throw. Another bright flash of radiant energy for a 13. It has magic resistance. 19 on its dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, it succeeds.
Right, it swims out of the way of the bright light. No effect, sadly. Anything else?
No.
Very well. After
Yeah.
after George, Bree, it is your turn.
Yeah. So he's still in my range, right?
It is still within your range, yes.
Okay, and still isn't dead, so I'm gonna attack it again
With the rapier?
with my rapier. Yep.
Very well. Go ahead and make your attack.
How long again before I pass out of air?
Like you got like a minute
Okay.
still, which is like
So I'm
you got more
halfway
than 10
there
rounds.
right now.
No, you got more than 10 rounds still.
Okay. It's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay, and then 1d8 plus 2 damage. That's a 10 for damage.
Alright, you stab the rapier through him. You see him like recoil for a moment before you pull it back out. There's a waft of blood that kind of fills the air around. That hurt him a lot.
Nice.
Anything else?
Well, I can spend a bonus action to cast a spell because all my spells are actions. So, no, I can't do anything.
In that case, Angie,
stay in
it
range.
is your turn. Angie. Oh God. Am I the only one that's not able to hear her?
Yeah. No,
Now I will
Ah.
cast
Ah.
my flame blade.
You cast Flame Blade underwater. The flaming blade does appear because it's luckily magical, but you know it's Flame Blade underwater.
Do you hear?
We can hear you. I'm pretty sure she's going to attack it with the Flame Blade, so that's probably the next
yeah.
roll that we're
I
going to see.
hope so.
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll for your attack roll.
Attack Zira.
Attack Zira, are you sure? I mean, if you say so. You did
She's
it
not
before.
saying no.
Very smart.
No, she is not, George.
We have no idea
Go
what you're
ahead, the
saying.
beast.
We have no idea. It's not picking up.
Flame blade.
Yes, Flame Blade.
Ah,
we,
yes.
cast Flame Blade. we
But
figured.
can you hear?
We got that.
We figured.
Why can't you
Well,
hear?
We hear like
We hear like 30% of
I'd
what
say
you're saying.
30% of what you're saying.
Yeah. Alright, you're gonna attack. That's pretty obvious. You're gonna attack it. Go for it. Go ahead and roll for the attack. Yes, okay. Pretty sure that she can still hear us pretty okay.
Let's hope so.
She's not rolling for the attack though, so that might be a problem. Oh wait, there she goes.
Oh, she's rolling.
11.
He-
11, sadly, does not hit as you kind of just swish through the water. You would have disadvantage, but you already
Yes.
miss. So the flame blade kind of just passes harmlessly through the water, not striking anybody. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn? I assume not. Very well. After Angie, Zira, it is your turn.
Oh, sad. No more light.
Right, because the flame blade is the light. So you would have also disadvantage because you cannot see anything. But Zira, it is your turn.
Well, wait. I need to read this.
Sure,
Because
go for it. We'll wait.
being covered in acid. Would something be covered in acid if it's underwater?
Depends on the context. If it's covered in acid by magical means, then yes, it will be covered by acid.
Okay, yes, because it would be covered by acid by magical means.
Then it will work.
I have 3 spell slots. I can cast the Tasha's towards the
That's a
creature.
dexterity saving throw.
Yes. So
Okay.
please fudge this one.
That is a 18.
Well, fuck me. With a chainsaw.
I'd rather not.
I said it wrong. I wanted to say it correctly, but I fudged that up too. Well, that's sad. That's so sad.
Does it do nothing then?
It does nothing then.
Right, as the acid just dissipates harmony into the water, it becomes its turn again. It is going to disengage and use its full movement to get back to the surface over there. Utsil, it is your turn.
How far did it go?
It's currently 15 feet away from you because you're standing over here.
But it's moving out of our range, right?
It disengaged. It
Oh,
uses
yeah,
action to
right.
disengage instead
Sorry.
of dash.
I'm gonna swim downwards. I'm not gonna be able to catch up with him
Okay, how far are you gonna go down?
as far as I can. Just go down into the where George and
Okay,
stuff are.
you swim completely down.
Like, well, that works.
After Utsil, George, it is your turn.
Well, I'll do a sacred flame on him, I guess.
Very well. That is a 13 on its saving throw.
Yep.
Right, the flame appears for a moment. It bursts the water upward, but no effect. After George, Bree, it is your turn.
Yeah. I'm kind of doubting right now what to do because I can swim down but I think I run out of air. So
You have enough
And
air
that-
to last through this battle. I'm telling you, don't worry about your air.
yeah, but it's already when we go down, it's just going down. It's not just walking through the tunnel and making sure we get somewhere. But I also am worried about what's up there. So yeah, if you say it's alright, I'll go down.
Right, you also
them, so-
start swimming down. After Bree, Angie, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay. I again want to strike.
Okay, it is out
you
of
hear
your
me?
range because it swam away.
Hear me?
I can hear you, but it swam away. You
Oh
cannot
wait, okay.
pay attention.
Then I swim further.
You swim further down?
You guys are also laying very hard for me, so.
Are you swimming down?
What did you say?
Jesus.
I swim where the rest of the party is, yes.
Alright, so Angie also starts swimming down. Very well. After Angie's turn, Zira, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, I'll follow the party.
Right.
And if I'm correct, I will pass Bree. Right, because I'm faster.
Alright, I will say because you didn't have to roll any death saving throws, you were never unconscious for a very long time. You keep all the breath in your lungs, so you don't have to take another breath. But with that, I will say combat ends as you also swim down to the party. You all kind of appear at the bottom where the tunnel goes.
Yeah, but when I pass both Bree and Angie, I touch Angie's staff
Okay.
and Bree's loot, and they both have a light a mid-light now.
Alright, very well. So you guys can see something, which is good.
That's great.
And we go through the tunnel.
Alright,
Wait,
at this
George.
point, out of combat, the creature has fucked off. But
Which
Bree,
is fair.
you're standing at the bottom now, and you have probably 1 minute of air left. Because Bree's the first to run out of air.
We'll drag your limbless body with us.
Well, thanks, but I don't want to pass out.
By the way,
You
for
wanna go
those
up?
for those even with dark vision, the tunnel goes completely and is completely filled with water.
Yep.
Nice.
Time to start swimming.
Okay, you guys start swimming in.
Keep swimming. Just keep
Alright, at least
swimming,
that's what
just
I'm
keep
doing.
swimming.
Yep.
You guys start swimming into the tunnel. About 50 feet in, you come to a T section, a T crossing.
Oh yeah, of course.
At this point,
Always
because it's
the
about
light.
50 feet in, that's with a dash. That's 2 turns later. So Bree, you got about 40 seconds worth of air left. 50.
Going right.
Can I see if there's any bubbles or anything indicating air?
Make a perception check.
Let's see if that goes. A 20.
20. You release a bubble, and the bubble kind of just hits the surface of the tunnel and slowly starts making rolling towards where you came from.
Not promising.
Okay, can I? Do I know Bree is?
Yes. You know that Bree
Yeah.
cannot hold her air for that long.
How much air do I have left?
You
I like where this is going.
you have 5 minutes. You guys all lost about a minute's worth. So Angie, you currently have 4 minutes left.
I give half of my air to Bree by
Is that possible?
kissing her on the mouth and
I don't know if that's possible, but
All right, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. So Angie,
What's
you get
this, girl?
in that case, Angie, you have 2 minutes left, but Bree, you got 3 or 2 minutes and 50 seconds, ish.
Yay! Thank you.
So
I'm
you guys
gonna
have some time,
so start swimming to the right as well then.
and you will start making your way to the right, underwater. Just swimming. You go about another
Dash,
50 feet.
By the way.
You go another 50 feet, and no, nothing yet. Kind of keep following, and kind of slowly starts making a bend to the left. Keep going. Okay, nothing yet. Just another 50 feet. One point, you guys enter up in a large circular room. This time there is an entrance on 6 sides. So there's 4 on one level and up and down. It's all still filled with water.
Well, I'm going to the right, the most right one. That's
Okay.
been working out so far.
You guys take the first one on the right.
Can I check again for air?
Sure. You check again for air. And the bubble goes up and follows the dome shape of the room for a moment before going into the central top shaft, which is still the up direction.
Wait,
water
there's a
always
shaft
travels.
that goes
Wait, there's a
up?
top
Yeah.
shaft?
You enter a ballroom, like a domed room.
Oh.
And there's a tunnel on either side, and a tunnel at the top and at the bottom.
Oh, well, hell yeah, we're going to the top. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I'm going now.
That's an important detail.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's one at the
I
top
thought
and
that
at the
I thought
bottom.
it was like a
thought-
circular room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Oh, I love it.
You start swimming up. Eventually, you get into the tunnel, and there you're going up. It's still filled with water until at the top, about 20 feet after you enter, it kind of bends off. Still water. At this point, you realize you're about 50-50 on your air. If you want to
Guys,
choose
what
to
are
go,
you gonna do?
you guys can either continue or turn back. This is the moment where those who with the least amount of air, which is about Angie and Bree, you guys realize like if there's nothing here, you're gonna run into some serious trouble.
This is gonna be a TPK. You're all gonna go drown us.
George keeps
It's
going.
okay.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I mean,
Uh,
back there is poison, so
more.
that it's not much better.
What are you guys doing?
He's choosing the two lesser evils.
Swimming.
You guys keep swimming?
George is.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
For us, it will be a nice story. So come on, let's go.
Okay. You guys keep swimming and swimming and swimming until eventually, at the top, you also come to a four-way split. You're coming in from one, so you can continue forward, take a left, or take a right.
Oh.
Well, I mean, gotta be the right? So, George is.
What if it's
Is there any markings on the walls, or
What language do you speak?
common dwarvish, gnomish?
No markers that you recognize. There is
One that I
inscriptions
might
all
recognize?
along the wall. Like this whole thing is like there's runes and there's things, but it's all in abyssal, so you can't read
Damn.
it.
No luck for us.
Well, I guess George goes to the forward.
You continue swimming.
Yep.
Okay. You continue swimming. At this point, Angie and Bree, you realize you have to find air soon.
We all follow?
You cannot turn back. You guys continue,
Mhm.
and you guys
And here we go.
you get to a T section again, where you cannot go forward, but you can go left or right.
Well, hasn't failed me yet, so George goes right.
Can I check for anything?
She told you.
Go ahead and make
Do
a
those
make a
dwarves
perception
even
check,
See?
Utsil.
Do those dwarves even see that we're running out of air?
Yeah, they are
We're also running out
Whoa.
of air.
slower.
Come on.
16.
16. You look to your right and to your left. On your right, on your far right, you see that there is a darker glow coming from it. Like underwater, nothing like gives off light, but at the end of that tunnel, it's a little darker. On the other tunnel, it's a little lighter, but seems to be a faint yellowish orange light. The other one is just more black darkness.
Well, I'll pull everyone to the lighter yellowish side.
Alright, you swim towards the other side, and you have a bit of air left still. Utsil, you dragging George along, eventually come to an end of a tunnel, and you're in some type of room. But you realize that while you're swimming, you notice there's a lot of wafts of blood in the middle of the tunnel that you're in.
If there's air, maybe.
You continue swimming, and the moment about 50 feet later, you come to the end of a tunnel, and you come into a room about 10 feet across from you. There's a wall. It goes about 20 feet in each direction, left and right, until there's also a wall. And above you, you see a bit of firelight.
Firelight.
Yes.
Well, where there's fire, there's air.
I'm gonna go up.
Alright.
I go above and
Alright. Utsil, you at least, you swim up, and the moment you get close to the surface, you see two torches on either side, and the faint forms of snakes on top of pillars. You reach up with your eyes for a moment, and you see you're currently on the other side of the same room. You swam in a circle. Because you guys took a lot of the same directions. which ended up you going.
George, why? Why always
No,
go
wait,
right?
that makes no sense.
Yeah. Why did
No, we
you
went-
say
You
We
went up
went
once.
straight and then
Yeah.
we went left, which is two opposite directions from.
We went right.
No, you went right, then you went up, then you went right again, then you went straight, and then you went left, which ends you up in this room.
But left is
No, that
that
would
way,
that would
right?
mean we
No,
have to
no,
go
no.
right again.
You do
Yeah.
recognize, Utsil,
I wanna
that the
breathe.
green gas is not there anymore.
up,
Well,
up, up, up.
um,
Breathe,
um,
breathe.
Yeah, we'll go all
I'm
up.
gonna get everyone up.
I'm gonna take that poison damage. Come on. What's the
Right.
matter?
You push through up, and the air is there. The door on the other end where you came from is open. The one to the outside world. The one in front of you is at the moment slowly like sinking down. Just you hear a very faint grinding sound of stone as it's slowly lowering itself.
Oh shit.
So what's the axis of it? Like how much more room do we have to?
It's
Be an
going.
idiot.
It's very slowly going down at like just. You realize
the
that
door.
the gas has probably escaped outward, and the other door is currently opening.
Oh, it's opening.
Or the other door is open, but it's slowly closing.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
are you gonna run through?
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
also
we're gonna
Yeah.
do this again.
you also realize at this moment,
That's wrong.
the moment you realize you're on this side of the room, you come to the conclusion that the blood you saw in the tunnel you swam through is the blood of the other creature. And him swimming the direction you guys were going into, if you went the other direction, you would have gone wherever that creature went. That's kind of a conclusion that you could draw.
Hmm.
So you all emerge above the water. There's a system of
Run.
tunnels in this place.
I mean, I guess we run through through the door that's.
It's going
closing.
rather slowly. Like most of you can take a breath for a moment and go through. It's not a.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's just a.
let's do that because I want to get out of here.
Just like, to take a breather, just like, whew, oh, and then just casually stroll through.
Yeah, you can. You
Oh,
can.
we're not getting out of here, by the way. We're getting deep.
You gotta get through
That's
on
what
the
we went
opposite
last time.
side. The moment you walk through on the opposite side of this door, you see on the opposite side there's also a room where the door is completely raised. That continues deeper into the ziggurat, and the room you're standing in is a mirrored version of the one you were in before. So you have the same wheels come out of on this side on the other end.
Not touching those wheels anymore.
Just so you are.
So not touching those wheels. Oh god. Okay. So we're alive.
Is there any indication that there are mechanisms that are moving up to allow the door to go downwards?
Make an investigation check.
I thought all of
Put
you
my
were a little
dancing
better at
lights
keeping
on
the
again.
18.
18. Though you don't find any recognizable features of, you don't see any gears or anything, but listening carefully to what you hear, there seems to be some sort of mechanical system that is activated once the wheels are turned to have the snakes to a certain end. That will then raise the door while shutting the other ones. You're not 100% sure what the time limits are on them, but that's what happens.
Yeah, okay.
But we go through.
Is this room an exact copy of the other one, or is
Yeah,
it
no,
slightly?
you
or what
you
are
have the room where you
differences?
entered through, with the wheels and the door and the snakes,
Mhm.
and on the opposite side it's the same thing. We have the wheels and the snakes, and then a hallway that goes deeper into it, into the ziggurat. There's also water again on either side.
Okay.
And careful look in by those who have in dark vision. There's tunnels also on those, which do go into the water.
It's same, but different.
I walk further,
Right.
quietly.
You walk further. The other doorway is currently open. It's more just an archway as it leads into a second room where where you see, again, very decorative designs of snakes on the wall that almost seem to be telling some type of story, as there is recognizable characters on the wall that repeat itself in certain sections. In the middle,
What
on
the
the on the
story say?
on the left side, you see a lot of humanoid creatures, but on the right, you see a lot of snake-like creatures. In the middle, on the opposite side of the room, you see a humanoid, a depiction of a humanoid that seems to be dying. And on the opposite side of the same panel, you see a snake that is rising. Beneath that, you see almost like a water fountain. You see a bowl with a bit of a pillar. And kind of go up to it, and you see in the middle of the pillar there's a hole that's about 5 to 10 inches in diameter. And there's some dark brown substance that all kind of that kind of coats the inside of this bowl.
Yeah, this is where they do the human sacrificing.
Fancy.
You also see outlines around the panel behind you, indicating that this piece of wall is separated from the rest of the room.
I think, I don't know about you, but it might be good if we take our bearings, have a bit of a rest.
I mean, I really don't care.
Well, if we're,
As long as it is safe.
yeah, exactly. I don't
Sure.
know about Zera, but that thing could bite.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we sort of had this
Only
conversation
one thing,
before.
maybe it's best if we stay away from the water.
What?
I said maybe it's best if we stay away from
Well,
the water, she said.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just that. I think. And you just sort of sit down, like, in front of Zera. I think we've had this conversation not but just yesterday. But the staying together part of this, perhaps, after what has happened. And now it happened twice.
Hey,
a third
it-
time's the charm,
In my defense, left was actually the closest to me because I dropped a head in there.
Well, in my defense, no one else went in there.
Well, I didn't see that because that was behind me.
Yeah, we also didn't know that there was gonna be poison and stuff. So it
Well-
was a bit of a panic.
Well, I was pretty certain about the right.
Well, you did.
could, well,
to go
you
to the-
could also have picked out the left one, and you were the one that was alone. So it was just a convenient accident that it was Zera this time. But it could also be someone else.
Well, I was the first who jumped in. Anyway,
I was the first who jumped in, but
It doesn't matter.
You guys want to take a short rest?
I do.
sure.
Definitely.
By the way,
Yes.
DM,
Yes.
the temporary hit points, like, what's the deal? How long do
Uh,
they stay?
You lose them when you take a long rest. Or
Okay.
when you lose them.
I play a little
make
Song
a
of
s- I'll make
Rest
a
for
good
everyone
item
who
card for
loves
us.
to play
Right, Song of Rest?
extra 1d6.
Go for it. Anybody who rolls hit die can add an additional 1d6. As you guys are taking a rest in this room, the door at one point that you went through shuts completely. And about 20 minutes later, Utsul and George and Bree, you notice that the wheels are being turned.
Oh no.
Why?
The wheels are being turned, and at one point they stop. You hear the faint sound again.
No.
There's a moment of suspense there.
Uh,
And you wait about a minute and nothing happens. But after about a minute, the door on the other side opens. The door begins to open.
Beside in our back or in front of us?
The door that you guys came from. The door slowly begins to
Okay.
raise, and there's a waft of green that just comes through and kind of dissipates. With the small room in front where
No.
you guys weren't through, the one that got mirrored, it kind of just dissipates. It raises completely, and as the poisoned gas dissipates into the air, you see standing on the opposite side 2 creatures, similar to the one, very similar to the one you were just fighting, kind of clutching one of its ribs, breathing heavily, covered in its own blood. The other one
think
kind
we
of
were fighting this one.
trying to help it to stay upright. And you guys kind of like start see it slowly. You see the door slowly raising. Like you have a moment to prepare if you wish to do anything. But you see that there's like a small pool of blood with one of these creatures, and the other one trying to keep him up. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, if I can see him and I notice this is these things, I'll sacred flame the one that's looking hurt.
Right?
And acid splash them both.
That is an 11. Go ahead and roll for damage. And fast splashing them both. That is a 16 and a 21.
Ah.
Takes 1 point of radiant damage.
Oh,
Take
magic
that.
missile them. Bro.
You magic missile them both? You
On
get
it.
3. What?
Uh,
I'll wait.
Oh, I don't. God damn it.
What are you doing?
One moment, please. One moment.
One.
I want in the meantime,
Firebolt.
go.
The good-looking one.
Alright, go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Such a chat.
I will dust myself off.
14.
Like, oh boy.
14 does hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
I'd like to cast Vicious Mockery on the one that's looking bad.
Alright, go ahead and let's see, wisdom saving throw, right?
I think so, let me check. Because I don't cast that a lot. It's a wisdom saving throw, yes.
Alright, that is a 14.
14 is a success.
Sadly
Just
enough,
a
your
success,
insult
because
does not
my-
hurt. But there's
Yeah.
a flame that bursts up for a moment. Locke, did you roll for damage? Or sorry, Angie?
Angie, yes, 6.
6 points of damage on the one that looks healthy.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
we can. The moment you do that, you see the one that is good looking gets hit in the knee by one of the fireballs. Just you see it kind of like step away, and you see it dive into the water on the right side of the room, on the opposite side of the door. The other one that is hurt falls over for a moment, resists the psychic damage from the Vicious Mockery, and kind of crawls over to the water on the opposite side and slides into the water there. Before the door slowly completely raises, you see the moment that door raises completely, the other door is still shut. And after a moment, the door that they had opened starts closing again, and you see the other door slowly open.
Aha. Also,
You
I
wanna
think
follow
we've made
him?
our presence known.
Probably.
That's about 20 minutes into your short rest, by the way.
Where does this room go where we're currently in? Is there any...
There's
There was a hallway.
it's a rectangular room with the entrance to it on one side, the one you came from, the room that mirrored the gas chamber, or the basically. On the opposite, you have the entrance on one side. On the opposite side, you have a fountain-like bowl, without water dripping into it or anything. But it's just a bowl with a hole about this big, in its center, and there's this dark brown, flaky crust basically coating the inside of it. The depictions of the wall on the left side show a humanoid creature going through a bit of a story, but above the bowl, it seems to be dying. And on the right side of the bowl, it seems a serpent seems to rise. You also notice that this section of wall, the section of wall that the fountain is connected to, is a loose section compared to the rest of the walls.
Wait. Did you
I,
hit me? Do you think if we pour some liquid in there, it opens?
We could try.
Well, they use blood. I'm not gonna use blood.
Well, you're
my
suggesting we
hand.
sacrifice one of us?
Use blood.
Oh no. With water skins, right? To pour some
It
water
is
down.
true.
Let's open my hand.
Do you have a knife
Or
or
the
something?
blood.
Yeah, you can use this.
Yes, I do. I have a dagger.
Just stab me. Just...
I already have a dagger.
Okay, so at the end of your short rest,
This is the very same
you...
thing I stabbed you with.
Alright, so you all see this, by the way. Like, Angie walks up to the thing with a knife in hand.
Stab yourself.
I sidestep towards Bree
Nobody
until
stopping you?
I'm next to her. I'm standing next to her,
Alright, very well.
and then
Um,
I slowly, out of my backpack, grab a spell scroll and give it to Bree. Maybe you can use this.
What's the
Give it
spell
to
scroll?
me. Okay.
Yeah, and I give her the spell scroll of comprehend languages.
Hey, that's a really nice one.
That would have been useful.
Yeah, I just realized.
Um,
I was busy trying to not die.
no, that's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, Angie, how many, you cut yourself. How many hit points are you losing? Are you pouring into
All of
this?
it.
All of them.
Let me see.
That's the last. That's the last, baby.
Like 9 max.
Okay, 9.
Stand there for a good bit,
Aye.
then.
So Angie makes a decent cut across her hand, and just the blood kind of just starts dripping into it. And every bit of blood that drips in, there's a faint red glow that almost like a flame lights up every time there's a bit of blood going in.
Could we have used water?
You put 9 points in there. It seems the red glow from the sacrificial fire seems to glow within the hole in the fountain or in the bowl. But nothing happens yet, except for the fact that the globe is there.
Well, I gotta kill you.
Gather that 9 might not be enough.
Blood from the.
Well, it might possibly be that we can all just do a little bit, right? That will work. Probably. Maybe.
Oh yes, donate blood to this thing.
Sure, why not?
Yep. Why not?
Actually, no,
I
yeah.
also do a bit.
Hey, how many hit points are you losing for?
Sure, just kind of a point, but yeah,
No, I don't see a single reason why we shouldn't do this. This is fine.
Maybe only.
It's 1d4 for a dagger. Plus 2 because I'm proficient.
Don't worry, you don't have to. I'm pretty sure it's not that difficult to do that. Like I assume that you will hit yourself.
Roll for
Um,
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for that.
Miss.
How many hit points are you willing to lose for this?
Just
2.
2 hit points, very well.
Yeah.
Every
It's
time
a
a bit of
cut, but
every time a bit of blood goes in there, the red glow lights up a bit. Not yet. Nothing yet changes.
damn it. Fop doodle, come on.
I mean, I'm all for exploring ancient ruins, but I agree with George. It might be
I
not the
mean-
smartest idea. Just saying.
Look,
well,
I have not
got-
said this is a stupid idea at all. I'm saying this is a genius idea.
well,
This
George.
clearly evil altar that's been put here is meant for this.
Okay, George, then you're next.
Nope.
I mean, he does. I
Just
just
put
wanted
your
to
blood
say.
in it.
I just no. I just wanted to say this is probably not a good idea, but well, fuck it.
Well, we've gone too deep now.
Exactly. I'll put like the.
How many hit points are you willing to put in it?
I'll put 6 in for now.
6, very well. You begin losing hit points, or blood, in this case. You lose 1 bit. 1 hit point. 2 hit points. 3. 4 for you. And the moment you reach the moment about your 4th hit point, that amount, the glow turns from a bright red to a poison. Oh, well, not poisonous, but a very toxic yellow. Almost the radioactive green. I mean, the moment it does that, the whole wall kind of shakes for a moment, and splits up like a door. The ball going in one direction. As this two-way door kind of just opens up for you. Leading you
That's how
into
doors are open.
a small
Well,
hallway that seems to have a spiral staircase that slowly goes up to your right.
Well, there's only one way to find out what's up there.
I will be the first to climb the stairs.
Okay, so Angie goes
Wait,
Well,
first.
if it's right, George?
I'll
If
be
it's
the
right,
last.
it's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I'll be next to George.
George just sort of like knocks on the wall.
The push.
I'll knock it off for you, because you're
You can
gonna
only
swallow
go-
those words, maybe.
You guys can only go one by one. Angie is going first, she said.
I'll
I'm following.
in front of George.
Alright, then we have
It's
Bree,
impossible.
then we'll have Zira, then Utsil, then George. Okay. You walk up, eventually stepping into a room with an archway that has some text carved into it. But in front of you, there is a beautifully decorated golden door with gemstones embedded in the eyes of snakes that twirl around each other. A beautiful floral and serpentine depiction on this door, and there's just text written above it in the same language that you've seen all throughout this temple.
I'll look very deeply at the text
Hey.
and just.
It's your time to shine.
I'll look very
Yes,
deeply at the text
I'm,
and just go, speak, friend, and enter.
You look at it like that, and you say that,
Hello?
and you
Sesame
hear
open.
nothing.
Open sesame.
Must
For
be
those who
in
speak
some kind of
Dwarvish,
stone.
by the way, it is in the Dwarvish runes. Like it uses the same alphabet, so you can pronounce it. You have no idea what it says. You could pronounce it.
Yeah,
That's
I
weird.
say, speak, friend, and enter.
Yeah, okay, that does not do it.
Okay,
cool.
what I will
Well,
do
it must be a
is
story, I
because
hope.
Zira just gave me a scroll
Or
for
actually, it's not
comprehend
written in
languages,
Yeah.
and I want to use it, and
Okay.
it lasts for 1 hour.
Alright,
And
so
it's for the duration, I can understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that I can hear, and also any written language I see. But I must be touching the surface on which the words are written.
okay, the door's
So,
pretty
who
high,
wants
so
to pick me up?
somebody's gonna have to lift Bree up to be able to touch the archway.
I will help.
I
lift
lift
her up.
Bree up.
Alright, so there's a small stack of people with Bree on top, who's then able to touch the artwork. And the moment you have comprehend languages, and you touch it for a moment, and because before you touch it, it still looks abyssal, which is not written in Dwarvish. I'm sorry, it's written in the Infernal script. But you touch it, and you know that scene in Percy Jackson where all the letters kind of fuck up for a moment before they turn into English? That's basically what happens for you.
Yes.
I don't know. I
Um,
never used that monstrosity.
But you touch it, and you are now able to read that it says in Abyssal, "We bring a sacrifice for those who bestow our transformation into higher beings."
Once again,
It says, "We bring a sacrifice for those who bestow our transformation into higher beings."
we bring a sacrifice for those.
Yeah. As
Who-
she's reading that out loud, by the way, for everybody else, she's speaking a language you have no fucking clue what it is.
For those who.
For those who bestow our transformation into higher beings.
Will bestow our transformation in a higher being. Okay. Well, let's think about it. What can that mean? And why is it written on this archway slash door? Um. Okay. Well, I let the others put me down.
Alright.
Then we can discuss the things that I found. For Utsil, have you heard what the DM said about what I read?
The sacrifice part, right?
Yeah, the text above the door
Yeah.
says, "We bring
Yeah.
a sacrifice for those who bestow a transformation into higher beings."
Well, it's obvious. They sacrifice people to the gods who make them awesome.
To make them snake people.
Yeah, and they think that's awesome.
So if that's not that was
Okay.
not the room that sacrificed people, is this it? Probably. Looks fancy. Most fancy things have religious meaning.
But
Like
are we?
in ruins.
But could we find in this room some books? You think, or should we head back? Because
Well, you wanted an artifact, if I'm correct, and this looks like a
Oh,
room
yeah.
that might have an artifact.
no, let's
So
get
look-
in.
This looks like a very important room. So it's
Yeah,
probably
those,
what we're looking for.
there was a
we
doorway
get
with the
in?
crystal thingy.
Yeah, the door just has nice gemstones in it, but it seems not to be the artifact that Elkin was speaking of. It's not. It's a door. It's not an artifact. So
Can I
it be open?
reach one of the gems?
yeah, they're embedded in the door.
Cool.
Is there anything?
I'll try to get one out.
Do you have anything that you could possibly do that with?
I have a dagger.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Is there anything else except this door?
No, there's this door. This is you guys are almost awkwardly standing on half the stairway because there's the door.
Oh yeah.
But is the door closed?
The door is currently closed. Yes.
Also 17.
As in it doesn't open.
Hi. Oh, you mean you push against it?
Yeah.
You push against it, and the moment you do that, the doors go apart slightly. You see the same red glow that you saw when you sacrificed the blood. It's kind of pushing through, as if there's like tape behind it. You push through it, and it kind of just veers back. There's some magical force that is resisting you just being able to push through it.
It's closed.
Zira, you go up to one of the snake eyes. You're kind of hanging from the thing, and you, with a bit of effort, you snap off a tiny little ruby that was in one of the ears, which is worth about 10 gold pieces. And the eye, there's like the eye where it used to be, there's one area where you can see obviously that the dagger has been shoved in there, and then the gem came out, so that snake looks kind of fucked now.
Well, that works.
Well, it doesn't open. So. It speaks of sacrifice, but I figure that they do that in that room, right? Or do we need
Probably.
to do something with blood again? Is there anything indicating that there's fluid that there's some kind of fluid intake or something?
No, that doesn't seem to be. The only thing is the only thing you have is the nice looking door and the prayer above it on the archway.
Can we cast a spell to open it?
You can attempt to. Do you have a spell that could possibly help with that?
I don't know. Maybe I can insult the door. But I don't think that will work. So, well, my spells are mostly focused on creatures or persons to to deceive or to attack. Not any doors. But maybe some of you have.
No, I don't really have spells. I can hit it. You want me to try hitting it?
Yes. I will help you with that.
I will try. I will try hitting the door. Just
Right,
like,
you punch the
punchy.
door with one of your knuckles as you ding. There's a rather loud sound that means that probably anywhere that is on this side or the other side of the door has heard that. There's a bit of a dent in the gold of the door itself, but the door kind of pushes against this orange reddish force field behind it, and it kind of pushes it back into place.
Yeah, no, that didn't work. And they probably heard that. Well, if they heard that, they can open the door for us.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't really think that is the thing we want.
I knock on the door. Or,
Ding,
yeah,
ding, ding.
jamming. Yes.
Neither is that.
What do
Yeah,
you
but-
suggest?
But Utsel said they can open the door.
What do you suggest?
I'm thinking, okay?
Fair.
George, you have any ideas?
Nope.
Hmm. Um.
Is there anything else in the room?
There's nothing else in the room. It's just the door with the text above it.
Do I see any other ruins or symbols that might be a password?
No, the only text that is the prayer above it. That's the only text you see.
Okay, I say that out loud.
Right?
We bring us in common. Or wait, no, I can only understand Abyssal. I can't speak it.
Mhm.
So I say in common, we bring a sacrifice for those who bestow our transformation into higher being.
Do you have a sacrifice
hope-
with you?
Well,
Do you have anything that you mean to sacrifice on you? A no is fine, because I don't think you do.
Well, I've got that head in the bucket.
I threw that in
Yes.
the
No,
water.
that's in the water.
it had.
Oh yeah,
The head's in the
Oh.
water.
I forgot.
But Zira has other stuff, right?
No, the dead baby was thrown out. I think.
I buried, but I do have some bones.
Yes, she has bones.
Right.
Well-
You don't really have a sacrifice. So go ahead and make a deception check.
Well, I can't take a deception roll that's lower than 10 because of my new feature. Hey,
That's good.
that's nice.
Thank you.
Okay. D20. And I'm proficient with deception, I think. No, not proficient, but I have a +4 for that. So, well, it's a 9, but I treat it as a 10.
So
Still not enough, I think. It's a 10.
you can treat it as a 10, but then your bonus still gets added to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
14.
You can
Oh.
treat as if
That's
you rolled
14.
a 10.
Okay.
14. Very well.
Okay,
That's
so
much
it's
better.
14.
Alright, as you say it out loud, your voice seems to carry an echo through a room as small as you're standing in. It's a very odd audio effect. But with that, the moment you finish the sentence, the light in between is the same toxic green that just kind of pierces through the split in between the doors. And just it glows for a moment before it dissipates.
Nothing happens.
Not the glow happened, like there was a
Yeah.
response to it.
George pushes the door.
Right.
Yeah.
But
The moment you push
So
the
do I.
door, this time the door just with a loud swoosh
opens.
opens up into the next door, or into the
Oh.
next room. Then this next room you see, you're standing